Good morning, team. How's everybody doing today? It's a beautiful Monday. How's everybody doing? We're going to trade some stocks today. But the market is boring today, man. The market's boring, guys. There's nothing really going on. I mean, I guess the overall market is gapping up some, and that's good. But nothing's really gapping up in any type of significant way that I can really see here. Maybe I'm missing a few things. How's everybody doing today? And we'll take a look at it. I hear the echo. I gotta get rid of the echo. There's the echo. What's up, Peter? What's up, Paul? What's up, A? What's up, Scott? What's up, man? And yes, I shaved my beard. I couldn't deal with it anymore, man. You know, I shaved my beard. I couldn't handle it anymore. It was too scraggly. I just couldn't deal with it. And so now it's gone. But yeah. So this morning, what's up, Steve Cheese? I like that name, man. Steve Cheese. All right. Here, hold on. Yep, I shaved my beard. Love you. Have a good day. I know. Alright, bud. Hey, come give me a hug. What? Okay. I love you. Have a good day. Be good at school, buddy. Alright. Why is EROS not tradable? I mean, it's a penny stock. Penny stocks aren't tradable most of the time. Looking back on it, I mean, it probably isn't the liquidity. It's just it's a penny stock, man. But yeah, my main watch today is AMRN. AMRN. I know, man. I couldn't do the no shave November, bro. I couldn't do it, man. I tried. I really did try. Like, if you guys look at the stream from last Friday all the way to the beginning of November, I didn't shave, man. And that's just how my beard grows. It generally takes me like 3 solid weeks to grow a beard or more. And I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, man. It was just too scraggly. Like, part of the problem, I think, is that my beard grows into a goatee first. Like, it grows thick here, and then the sideburns kind of fill in as time goes on. And I don't really like goatees, man. You know, like, that's the issue there. I don't really like goatees, and I didn't have the patience to let my goatee beard turn into a real beard. I just couldn't do it. I've grown a real beard before. If you look at the streams, you'll see me with the rear. If you go back long enough, you'll see me with the real beard on the stream. I just couldn't tolerate it. I couldn't handle it, man. I gave up on No Shave November. And I know it's for men's rights or whatever they want to say. Everybody just does it because they want to grow a beard. Let's be real. But I just couldn't do it, man. It was time to shave. You know what I mean? My wife likes it better if I shave anyway, you know. My daughter hates it. My daughter likes the beard. But my wife likes it when I shave, so I like it when I shave too. It's just easier. All right, guys. Here, Maddie. Look at the SPY, man. The SPY just dove down. All right, let's take a look. Oh, I just messed up my whole watch list here. Ah, man. I forgot to click detach. Alright, let's take a look here, guys. Let's take a look. Let's delve into what is moving today in this market. Number one, EROS, the one everybody's mad about and are happy about. EROS gapping up from 213 to 242, so here it looks solid. Let me make sure you guys can see the whole thing. Ah, that's actually perfect. Okay, good. Yeah.
Hey, they have
Just take him some money out and give it to him from book fair. No, just take my debit card though. No, just take my card and take cash out. Alright, it's up to you. But yeah, EROS gapping up to, from 213s to 240s. Sorry, it's book fair at my kid's school. Everybody remembers book fair. MTEM. And honestly, the rest of my watch list is just not that good. We got ENPH. ENPH I'll watch. The volume's not incredible or anything, but I'm still going to be watching ENPH here. That's probably one of the top of the lists. We got AMRN here gapping up some with solid volume. I'll watch AMRN as well. I don't know. It's either next to my bed. I don't know where my card is, man. You can't drop it on me in the last second. Sorry, man. My wife's rushing to get out of school so my kids aren't late. And now she's trying to get my card so she can take my kids to book fair. I remember book fair. Anyways, AMRN gapping up from 2402 to 2475. We got ESTC. ESTC gapping up some. We got Roku gapping up some here too. Really, Roku gave most of the gap back already. I'll have to look to check what the rest of our watch list was. Alright. My beard is gray. If I wasn't lazy, I would shave. Yeah, exactly. It's an excuse not to shave. That's exactly what it is. Yeah. Yeah, they're running late, you know. It happens every now and then. SPLK gapping up some. What else did I have on my watch list? Yeah, books are important, man. Everybody knows how hype book fair would get. You know, everybody knows how hype book fair would get. But yeah, we got Tesla, we got AMD, we got the SPY itself is up, or it was up, you know. Now it's down actually. Last 5 minutes. Last time I looked at it, it was up here. So it's dropped. It's down to 311.45s. Technically gapping down on the day. Oh, and by the way, if you hear the door slam, that's not my wife in anger. We have like a dungeon door at my house that it actually has like a little Wizard of Oz, you know, mini door that you can like stick your head out of. But it's like a dungeon door. Our door here actually has axe marks in the door, like it's an actual dungeon door. It's really cool actually, but basically to close it you have to slam it. So if you hear the door slamming, it's not out of anger, it's because we have a dungeon door. But yeah, so moving on, we got QGEN. The SPY has recently turned back. We got LK, gonna watch LK here. LK, big move on Friday. And I'm going to keep an eye on this one. Huge move. We'll see if we can get it to, you know, move down some now. Possibly short this thing is what I'm looking for. Yeah, man. Good afternoon from Europe. My son. Aren't you in Germany? My son is coming from school. Yours are going to school now. Yeah, man, it's early in the morning. It's the wee hours of the morning here, you know? It's not the wee hours. It's like, at my time, it's 7:40 a.m. my time. But yeah. Alright. But yeah, the market's down here. We'll look up some news in a minute. Here's the market. The market just dived down here. I mean, it was breaking highs regardless. Let's see what my account is at. If anybody caught the video I uploaded this weekend, I'm going to shoot for $2,000 in profit this week. What did I do? There it is. I wonder what my account's at now. I think I vaguely remember making like 140 bucks on Friday. Something like that. I'm at $1,139.55 in profit, if everybody can see that. I'm at $1,139.50 in profit. So I broke well into the goal. I did it. I broke the goal. I broke the $1,000 that I was really shooting for. Ah, nice, man. Yeah, I like LK as a short too, Paul. It just looks a little extended. Can you support a family with day trading? Does your wife work? My wife does not really work, but I don't live off of day trading. You know, I'm very open about not being an expert, not being a guru. Just kind of let people watch us day trade, and you know, the name of the channel is called Beginner Trading. You know, like, I'm not an expert here. I'm not a guru. The cool thing, though, is that people have kind of seen me from when I really sucked as a trader, and then kind of going all the way back to now, or going all the way now to where I'm actually like breaking $1,000 profit, and I'm doing really well, and I've increased my accuracy, and my trading has gotten better, and they've kind of been able to watch that from like really sucky as a trader to I'm not going to say I'm a good trader, but I'm much better than I was, at least, you know. And so, but yeah, I'm very open about not living off of trading. First of all, I'm a real estate agent here in Texas, but I also have 2 Amazon businesses. Really, it's one Kindle, one Amazon business that I run here. I do the YouTube, and then I trade, and so all of that pays the bills, you know, to be honest. But yeah, like I said, Mitch and I are very open about not being experts, and so it's like, you know, y'all can go watch somebody that is trying to basically say, oh, I'm an expert, buy my trading course, or y'all can watch somebody that's actually real about it and been like, yeah, you know, we're not experts. I'd rather watch the person that's real, but I guess it's personal preference, you know. But yeah, EROS, unfortunate it's not tradable for us, but it is gapping up some. If you like penny stocks, 213 to 250s for EROS. Not an incredible move or anything, but you know, it's gapping up some at least. We got XNET, which is another pretty well-known penny stock that's gapping up some. Has some volume here, gapping up from 460s to 5. We have, like I said, ESTC. These are all pretty boring though, with very low volume, just not really that good. Nah, I don't really like them that much. The top of my watch list is really AMRN here. I like AMRN. Looks volatile, solid, you know, decent volume here. And so AMRN is probably the top of my list. Maybe I'll watch CLVS here as well. But, you know, then we also have stuff like Roku, which is volatile too, I guess. But I think this one's just really overall following the SPY is what this looks like. So I'm going to watch Roku. I'm going to watch Tesla. I'm going to watch AMD. Same kind of thing here, but again, I think Roku and AMD might be following the overall market some today. We also have ENPH that I guess I'll watch. So yeah, my main watches are mostly AMRN, ENPH. I'm going to watch LK as well. Paul and I kind of agree with this one, that it looks a little extended, especially if you look at the short-term chart. But even if you look at the long-term chart, it looks extended. Right now, it's about right here, and it does have a lot of resistance above it as well. It's right around here now. But yeah, the cool thing is that it has lots of resistance above, and so maybe a good short. You know, it's got here, it's got here, you know, got up here maybe. So it's got some resistance above it for LK, so that's what we'll keep an eye on for that one as well. And yeah, that's about it. I'm not really, like I said, I'm not really loving the market today. It's kind of a dull, boring day for me so far. Gonna watch QD. It's gapping down some. We'll look up the news for some of these in a second too. Yeah, man, it's been cold out here in Texas for a while now. For a while, it's been freezing cold, you know. Yeah, better to watch real life mistakes than BS winners. Yeah, man, that's what we try to do. Like we're not experts here. Like, listen, man, I just think there's too much of that stuff out there right now, you know? Because it's like, I would rather somebody that is just working, I'd rather watch somebody that's just working towards being profitable, but is not trying to, like, rip me off, you know? Like, that's what I would rather watch. But, like I said, and Luke brings up a good point, there are experts out there that are not sleazy like that. And, you know, they're out there too. But, you know, in the end, it's just, we just try to be real with people. But LK is one of my top watches. But yeah, honestly, I'm actually pretty pumped about this. You know, I'm at $1,139 in profit. That's great for me. I'm very happy with that. And I'm just going to keep moving and pushing here. Had a nice little trade on Friday. If you guys want to see that trade, I can look at that trade really quick. Hey, appreciate it, Nick. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it, man. You a boss, brother. You too, man. Appreciate that, bro. Thanks, man. Shout out to Nick with the $2 donation. Appreciate the love, bro. But yeah, man. Thank you, bro. Very helpful. I know I would do that, man. Like, listen, I tried to do that. Mitch and I used to post a recap video of all the trades we got into after the stream, if we did trade, or a recap video of all of our trades on that day. We tried to do that. The problem is that if you post, y'all want some advice if you're working on growing a YouTube channel. I'll give y'all some advice here from somebody that's done it. You might think, this is the thought process, right? The more I post, the faster I will grow, right? That's going to be a very, you know, for a lot of people, it's a very logical thought process that if I post more, I'll grow faster. But I'll tell you this, that is not correct. That is just not correct. You have to build up some type of what they call scarcity on YouTube. And if you overpost, the algorithms are going to punish you for it. And you're going to get less views, you're going to get less watches, and it's going to hurt your channel. And so, you know, one live stream a day is sufficient. You know, I post a few videos on the weekend and one live stream a day, and I think that is enough. If I start to post too much, like if I post too many recaps, I will get punished for it, 100%. Oh yeah, for sure. But yeah, here is oh wait, no, this isn't Fridays. Sorry, I forgot I made a video. What was Friday, the 18th? Or no, the 15th, right? Look, this is Friday's after stream trades. You can kind of see it. Nailed a nice long on SQ there. And then I got into another. Looks like I got into another long on SQ. Or no, maybe I made, I guess that's all I made was 106. I thought I made like 140 or something after the stream, but maybe it was just 106. I'll have to go back. CGC was the big, you know, Friday I had incredible accuracy. Like if you look at this accuracy, I didn't lose much at all. The ones that I did lose though, I lost bigger one. Like CGC was like the big kind of mean stock that day on Friday. What's up, Addedly? How did I get into real estate? So it's kind of a long story. I think I've talked about how, basically, you know, I've talked about how my wife had that bilateral double mastectomy surgery when she was like in her early 20s. And then she got pregnant with my son, like right in the middle of the surgery while she still had her expanders in. And so I created this Amazon business that actually paid the bills for the most part. And at the time, since the Amazon business basically ran itself, all I would really have to do is pack up a few packages a day. And so that gave me a lot of free time. And that's really when I started this YouTube channel too. But that gave me a lot of free time since the Amazon business was helping us live comfortably and paying the bills, that I felt it would be irresponsible of me to just kind of sit around living off of my Amazon business. And so at the time I decided to get my real estate license. I remember I took my real estate exam. I paid for the course, and within 2 weeks I had my real estate license. I remember that. I just crammed all of the real estate courses, because you have to pass like a course and then you have to pass the actual exam. And I remember I just crammed it all, and within like 2 weeks I had my license. And so yeah, that's how I got my license. Yeah, for sure. Puppies equal views, 100%, man. 100%. But yeah, appreciate the love, Nick. Seriously, man. Appreciate the $2, brother. Alright. So yeah, let's look up some news. It's news time. It is that time of the day. It's 8:50 market time. And we're going to look up some news. First one's first. We'll go ahead and look up everybody's favorite stock that's not tradable for me today. EROS. All right. You find my wallet? Huh? Oh, y'all forget everything this morning. Watch, guys. My wife just came back. Watch. You want to hear the door? It's like a dungeon door. Watch. Listen. They forgot something. But watch, when my wife leaves, the dungeon door is just gonna slam. They must have forgot something. Watch, I'm gonna go ahead and read news. So EROS announced a new collaboration with YouTube Music. Watch, here it goes. Watch, listen. See? There it goes. It's a dungeon door, man. You gotta slam that thing. She knows. She knows. But yeah, so EROS. The news on EROS, as you can see, it's gapping up from 213 to 261. EROS now announced a new collaboration with YouTube Music. So, with YouTube Music, it's a new collaboration with EROS. And basically what's going on here, and this is from Business Wire, and it says EROS Now, which is a premier South Asian OTT entertainment platform, it has more than 177 million registered users that are owned by them. And they announced a collaboration with YouTube Music in India. So big news for EROS. We'll see what happens here. Moving up nicely. We'll see what we get. Partnership with YouTube Music here. I better tiptoe around that one. ESTC. We're going to watch that one. Let me see what else we got. There we go. All right. Now, back to the news. The next one I'm really looking up is AMRN. AMRN here, you can see it's gapping up from 2402 to 2460. Alright, AMRN basically moved after the FDA panel voted in a positive way for their company, basically, for AMRN. Huge move up, and I like this one because it may be a little extended on the upside now, especially on the daily chart. You can see it's actually at the very top of the range. It's at 2463, right around this high right here. It's right around here now. So it's almost to the highs. Very interesting. It could either rip and break these highs, or it could get rejected and come down. But it's also pretty volatile in pre-market here. It's also very volatile in pre-market. Hold on, let me get Mitch in here. But yeah, there's AMRN. It's one of my watches. We also have LK. And we can look up the news for LK. Citigroup also thinks AMRN has gone enough. Here's another. Actually, let me look at this real quick. So here, the title of this article from Barron's.com is AMRN stock has soared, but Citi thinks it's gone far enough. And so maybe we'll get AMRN to drop here. We'll see. That's what I'm watching for as well. We got LK, which is, I think, Luckin Coffee is the name of this company, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Luckin Coffee. Kind of an awkward pronunciation of it, but let's see what else we got with this one. Alright, this one's up in sympathy with the overall market after Kudlow signed the U.S. trade deal and is inching closer. Yeah, we'll see what happens with this one. If you know the other reason why this one's up, let me know. I know this one had some positive catalysts last week, but we'll see what happens. I'm also looking at YNDX. YNDX gapping up some on very light volume here for YNDX. And this one looks like it's up after a proposed governance change with 300 million share buyback program. The Russian-based internet company announced a proposal to its corporate governance structure and a 12-month buyback program for up to 300 million Class A shares. The proposed amendments include the establishment of a public interest foundation that will take over the company's priority share, which is currently held by the state-owned bank SBER Bank. The priority shares terms will also be revised, giving the foundation the right to block any entity from owning a 10% stake or more in Yandex, which is down from 25% currently. So interesting for YNDX. We'll see what happens with this one. We also have ENPH. You can see ENPH is gapping up from 1930s all the way to 2025 here for ENPH. So we'll look at this one too. It looks like this one reached a strategic supply agreement with Sunrun. So ENPH reached an agreement here for Sunrun. And so yeah, I mean, if you got anything else specifically you want me to look at, let me know. I'm not really loving anything this morning. What's up, A? Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not the guy to ask, though, for A with options, brother. I just don't know, man. I just don't know enough about options, to be honest. I just don't know. What's up, Emmanuel? What's up, bro? I do Uber as a side hustle every day, even after day trading. I mean, yeah, that's what you got to do. Like, listen, if you guys caught my video I uploaded a few weeks ago, one of the biggest points in that video was do not put too much pressure on yourself to succeed as a trader. You will almost certainly fail. Do not go into day trading especially and say, I am going to do this no matter what. I'm going to quit my job. I'm going to get a loan. I'm going to do this. I'm going to trade with my rent money. Do not do that. Do not do that. You're almost certainly going to lose if you do that. The better thing to do is to have a side hustle or a backup option. You know, that's going to be beneficial to you regardless. You know, look at me. Like I said, this YouTube was a side hustle. You know what I mean? My Amazon business was a side hustle. And now they all pay the bills and I don't have to do anything. You know? So having a side hustle was never a bad thing. And do not put too much pressure on yourself to succeed as a trader. Have a side hustle. Have a backup option. You know, like I said, the last year I taught myself to program, you know, to code. You know, I learned all these different libraries and coding languages. So if I wanted to, I could get a job as a programmer right now as well. And having that in the back of my head, like, hey, you don't need to succeed at this, helps my trading. 100% helps my trading. And so, best advice I can give. But yeah, so ENPH just took a massive dive after I announced that news. Look at that, it's down to 1985. There's not a ton of volume with that. But, we'll see. John, is XNET tradable? I don't think so. No, it's not. Hey, bro, whatever you gotta do, man. Like, listen, people might make fun of people living with their moms. If I could live with my mom, I would, you know? I mean, I got kids and a wife, but if I was single, I'd live with my mom, dude. You know? No judgment. I'm serious, too. I'd live with my mom. You know, y'all can hate on it, but... Listen, all cultures around the world do that, you know? Why do they do that? Because it's practical, you know? People can hate on it. I don't know why there's such a weird, you know, a weird view on it here. Like I said, if I was single, I'd do it. INMD. I mean, unless my mom was just kind of like, dude, you got to get out of here. Then I would leave. But, you know. But yeah. Now we can look at the SPY here. We can look at the SPY. How do I see if a stock is tradable in TEFs? You go to Trade Manager here and you just type it in. So like if I type in AMD, it says Y. You see it says the Y under tradable. That means I can trade it. If I type in XADT, it says in, so that means I cannot trade it. Ignore whatever it says on short size. This means nothing. You can still short it even if it says 0 there, but what's up, KC? How do I think it's still bullish? I mean, I don't. How about The Mandalorian, though? My daughter watched The Mandalorian with me this weekend. It was good. We watched both episodes. I think that's gonna help it succeed. Like I said, I think them putting Star Wars content on Disney Plus is going to make all the adults that are into Star Wars buy it. I did subscribe to Disney Plus. And it's legit, honestly, man. I watched Tron Legacy last night. It was great. You know, I'm loving Disney Plus. You know, my wife and I watched Tron yesterday by ourselves. And so, I like it, man. I think it'll be successful. But yeah, we can look at the overall market news here. Let's go ahead and see what's going on with this market. We got Mitch in here. Yo, what's up, man? Yeah, let me fix the music so I can actually like hear Mitch. Hold on. Relaxing song in the morning. Alright, let me get this working so we can actually hear Mitch. Yo, what's up, man?
What's going on, man? What's going on?
There he is. Alright.
Alright.
There we go. That should be good.
How we doing out there, traders?
Yeah, man, the Java scene was great. It was good, man. It was good. I've been watching the Marvel universe in chronological order. Yeah, man. That's what they got. Superhero content. They got Star Wars. You know, every male under 65 is buying that. You know, every male under 65 is buying that. But yeah, we're gonna look at the overall market news today, right now, real quick. Unless you got a few you want to look at first.
No, you can go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, today basically I don't have much, man. I mean,
yeah,
it doesn't look like a real exciting day to start off. Usually Mondays are a little bit more kind of focused. But really not finding much. The only thing I can really talk about is this week we'll be watching retail. This week is big on retail earnings, guys. So we'll be watching companies like TJX today. Some other stocks that I'll be watching for the week is going to be Home Depot, Kohl's, Ross, Lowe's, Target. We got Macy's and L Brands. Also, you can look for kind of stocks like URBN, Urban, American Eagle. So one of these things is, and at least my outlook on the retail is, this is just my complete overall view for the sector as a whole. I'm really against kind of the brick and mortar retail stores like, let's say, Macy's, Burlington, kind of, especially if it's near higher end and it's near that kind of old school model of being in malls and brick and mortar. Those are the ones that I want to attack on the downside. And then the ones that I actually think they're going to survive are going to be these kind of bargain clothes, kind of these bargain retailers. Reason why I think these will survive and not the other ones is because a lot of them are not in the mall based. They're kind of offset retail stores, and these offset retail stores actually give them an ability to, get into the right real estate with the right matching revenue. I think that's really what's coming into problems is these brick and mortar stores are usually too big, and their retail space is
Too
not
expensive.
it's just too expensive for what you have.
Right.
If you have a smaller store, you might be able to still keep it, and especially with like kind of these cheaper brands like Ross and kind of TJ Maxx, where a lot of shoppers actually end up now because we feel that we can get the same value of clothes, the same clothes for cheaper.
Right. I can see that.
So I those are the ones that I'm kind of long on, and then the other ones I'm kind of short on, but we'll kind of be watching the earnings this week for those kinds of plays.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I used to hit up Plato's Closet, man. They got used clothes there. Back when the polo the polo craze was going on, I'm not spending $100 on a polo, man.
You gotta be smart.
Right, I'm gonna go to Plato's Closet. I'm gonna buy one for $30, man. But yeah. All right, so let's look over the overall market news. Right now, okay, so this is from MT Newswires, and it says, quote, watch, here goes the dungeon door. There it is. Anyways, so this is from MT Newswires, and it says, quote, U.S. stock futures were inching higher ahead of the opening bell as investors found solace in the reports that the U.S. and China held constructive talks over the weekend as they reached the end of negotiations over phase one of a trade deal. According to media reports, China Vice Premier Liu He spoke over the phone with U.S. Treasury Secretary Stephen M. and Trade Representative Robert Lighthizer. Man, these last names are tough. To further discuss the deals that's reaching its final leg. On the thin economic calendar at 10 a.m. Eastern Time is the National Association of Home Builders Housing Market Index. Cleveland Fed President Loretta Mester will speak at noon today as well. The power play, according to this on MT Newswires, is technology. Most stuff is really flat though today, honestly, guys. There's not that much that looks solid. Bank of America's up 0.5%. Energy, crude is down 0.2%. The U.S. oil fund is down 0.7%. Natural gas is actually down significantly here. It's down 3.1%. And the U.S. National Gas Fund is down 2.7%. So what is natural gas? UGAZ, right? And it's down. Gas is down. So we'll see what happens with that too.
All right, guys. We got a little bit of a market catalyst. I'm not sure how much is really playing in effect, but could be why the SPY is pulling back right now. I don't really see this as a big pullback, but it's just kind of trade talk worries, the mood in kind of Beijing that the deal is pessimistic. Government sources tell Yuan Xiang that China is troubled after Trump says no tariff rollback. China thought both had agreed in principle and strategy now to talk, but wait due to impeachment and U.S. election. Also prioritize Chinese economic support. So this is kind of what I at least my view has always been, that China doesn't want to make this trade deal with what I would call the standing president, because I don't think it's necessarily against Trump himself. I think it's just whoever is the president at this moment. They don't want to make that move, because if a next president comes in and just completely washes that away,
it's a waste of time.
It's a waste of time and a waste of effort, a waste of all that kind of pressure that they put on each other, and that's not what they want. They want a solid deal that's going to improve China and give China a chance to really overtake us in the long run.
Yeah.
I think with this comes the pressure of how much is Trump willing to give in these tariff talks as he gets closer towards the end of his election. And I think that's really the important thing to watch now. It's not necessarily on the fact that the deal is going to go through or the deal is not going to go through. I think it's all about how much Trump is willing to give up, because his stance has been so kind of hard fought and never giving up an inch, that we're going to see if he's going to give up that inch and really kind of take a step back in pushing and always talking negatively about China. When he actually busts out news, he tries to kind of push towards and against China. Let's see if he starts actually bringing out positive news and keep kind of bringing them in to try to actually make a deal, because a deal in December can be made, or phase one, which they talked about. I think this is going to be very important because huge amount of tariffs. I think it's over 250 billion is supposed to come in on December 15th. I think that's going to be huge for the next watch. December 15th isn't that far away from now. It's less than a month away. So I think that's what we're going to watch for the next month, and to see how those talks are going to develop. I don't know about you, John, but I've seen at least this headline too many times to buy it. I don't really see the stock market crashing today. There's been way too many talks about kind of if China's thinking about tariffs, if the United States is thinking about tariffs, and I think this back and forth thing is starting to kind of leave uncertainty in any way. No one thinks the market's looking amazing because of it, and no one's actually even taking a second look unless we actually get some facts.
Yeah, that's why I'm not buying any of it either. They've been saying, oh, they're closer to a trade deal for weeks now. I'm just tired of hearing it. It doesn't mean anything to me.
Exactly. I think the market's behaving the same way.
Yeah, the market's not up. It's down, but it is what it is. I'm more so watching. Some of the stocks like AMD is still up. So I'll watch AMD. I'm gonna watch my top watches for the day are AMD, LK, because LK just looks a little extended here. AMD, LK. I'm gonna watch Tesla, and then I'm gonna watch AMRN. Those four are volatile enough in pre-market to have me somewhat interested. I could short them. I could go long. I'm not really sure yet. But those four are the ones that I'm really interested in, just because those are the most volatile. Now, of course, we do have QGEN. And I traded this one some last week. Made some money with this one last week. We also have EROS, which is not tradable. But yeah, somebody else was asking me, and EROS is actually moving some here too. Somebody else was asking me about UGAZ and about whether it's tradable in TEFs. And yeah, so this one being an ETF, almost all ETFs are tradable. So UGAZ is tradable, DGAZ, UWT, all of those are tradable on TEFs. Also, like volatility ETFs like TVIX, UVXY, all of those are going to be tradable. But I'm also watching QD. QD's gapping down. I'm pretty sure this one's tradable too. But yeah, those are my main watches, and it's going to be one of those days that we just kind of wait to see what moves, and we don't really make any hard commitments to trade any certain stocks. I think just from how the market overall is looking today.
One of the things that I look at days like today is really creating price alerts. Price alerts are going to help you because they'll at least tell you that the stock is moving.
Right.
A lot of times you just got to find the best stock to trade on a day like today.
Yep. For sure. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, and like I said, if you guys have anything else specific that you want me to look at, let me know. I'm just kind of, okay. Building my watch list again now since my thinkorswim kind of messed up. YNDX is another one. I don't think the gap up. Oh, and ENPH, YNDX. I'll keep an eye on those. too as well. Just because they're moving.
This one also on watch. LK, man. LK made such a big run that I need to watch that today.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we were saying. LK looks a little extended now. I'm kind of thinking it might go down. It could run up, though. It's at the top of the range. But that's one of the ones that we were talking about this morning.
That's a huge extension for me. At least I feel. I like to look at weekly charts a lot of the times. And you can see this bar. It just took everything.
Yeah, man.
It literally just ate everything. And how's it going to eat everything, guys? It needs more volume in 1 week. Second there. All right. But if you look on the weekly chart, you're going to need more volume than any bar on this chart for it to do a move from the bottom of the support all the way up to the top of the resistance. And that's exactly what you got in LK. Came down to the support there around 19 and 1850s. And then this thing just shot out like a rocket. And the reason it shot out is because it broke even that second week volume, which was at 50.7 million. And it did 54 million in volume in 1 week. So that's what you really got there, guys. 54 million in volume, push it past through the resistance. And now I think what I'm going to watch for is at $26. At $26 is very important. I think if it can crack that, it could probably come back towards this 23 level. Yep. So going to keep an eye on that one.
For sure.
If it holds down underneath 26, we'll watch it to try to get it down towards 23. And that's where I think it could bounce on the pullback.
Yeah, somebody's asking here in the chat. He said, are you short or long on AMRN? I'm not either. I'm just going to react to what happens at the open.
AMRN, that was a big miss for me on last week. Should definitely probably stayed in the market and kept watching it. But beautiful, beautiful breakout on a longer term pattern. And this thing broke out more than $1.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he means a slow day. Michael said, what does Mitch mean when he says on a day like today? I'm assuming he's talking about just a dull, slow day, scanner day.
Yes, scanner day, where you don't have one particular, or maybe even 2 or 3 stocks that you just want to watch. And, with that, it's one of those days that since I'm not having the catalyst, I'm not having the patterns that look perfect. These are the days that you want to save your money, try to find the stock that match your strategy, and kind of have your stock selection to the top. This is when you need to be kind of, instead of throwing more shares out there, this is when you need to throw less, because you need to throw them at the right charts.
Yeah, just be careful today, basically, because it's slow days. What you have to think about for slow days, if you follow technical analysis, is that technical analysis is a self-fulfilling prophecy. The only reason it works is because other people think it works. And so with that, you have to have volume. It's all based off of human psychology, but with that said, the more volume, the more likely your patterns are going to be to fulfill, and without volume, the less likely for the most part. And so when slow days happen like today, be careful and just watch out for low volume stocks, because again, setups might look okay, but if the volume's not there to follow through, then you could just get trapped. You get faked out. It could just be a tough day to trade. So just be careful basically on slow days.
All right, let's see if this one's tradable for me.
John is the scanner. You're using live data. There's a slight delay on the stream itself, because anybody that streams Trade Idea scanners has to have a slight delay on their streams.
All right, another one I'm going to be watching is SPWR, guys. SPWR, this is a solar energy stock that's been hit hard and has kind of offerings out. I'm going to be watching today, see if it can get above 8 and hold above 820s for a push back to 850s. If not, I could see it sinking down through $8 again and pushing towards 750. Is tradable for us, so we'll keep an eye on it.
Yeah. see what else we got. I'm looking at I here too. I's gapping up a little bit in pre-market as well. Doesn't look bad here. It's at from 1340s to 1380s, so I'll watch I as well. Like I said, E and PH isn't looking that bad. Not incredible volume, but we are getting a gap. And so the big thing with this one, if I remember correctly, is that this one, the float is smaller. Let me see if I can find the float. Yeah, the float is less than 100 million for this one. And so if I remember correctly, the spread's not great. And so I think if you're going to trade ENPH and you're watching it like I am, I think you have to observe the spread. Because I remember the spread being very difficult to trade the last time I attempted it. We also have HPQ here that I see on the scanners. Let me see what that one... that one's boring now, unfortunately. But yeah, CLVS. Looks interesting. I'm going to watch that. What do we think of Walmart? Ebro. Yeah, I've had a few people actually talk about Walmart here. Let me see if there's any catalyst last week from Walmart. Good earnings. So, Walmart, I have a report that came out today that says Walmart, U.S.'s largest retailer and private employer, has once again confirmed, and this is quote from BZ Newswires, and it says, quote, U.S. largest retailer and private employer has once again confirmed it is a grocery powerhouse as it issued its latest quarterly earnings on Thursday. Strong food business brought sales gains, but its success is also owed to its impressive delivery infrastructure that is serving it well, but the competition all around is there to stay too. So yeah, I mean, Walmart's interesting. I don't really trade it that much, and so I can't really say whether it's going to be good or bad, just because it's not one of those stocks. You know, I think every trader kind of has certain stocks that they watch on a daily basis, and Walmart just isn't really one of those stocks for me. I'm not sure why. I just generally look at other stuff. I'll be back though, team. I'm going to go to the restroom real quick. I'll let Mitch hold it down for the time being.
Alright guys, just reading up on some kind of other stock here, looking at TLK. This stock got a nice little kind of down hit on the stock itself. It doesn't move much, but on the daily chart looking like it's starting to come back down. We'll keep an eye on this one. It's not a really big mover that I like, at least on the daily chart, so just gonna let it go. We'll keep an eye on it, but really not seeing much today, guys. Not going to be along for too long today. Got a dentist appointment a little bit later, so going to try to trade quick and get on out of here. One that I'll be watching to see if it can make a move back up is going to be Walmart. Walmart for me, I want to see it get back above 119.50s. Once it holds that, we'll look for a long somewhere near that 120s where we can long off that 119.50. All right, guys. Another one that I've been watching on the upside is going to be CRWD. CRWD, definitely interesting. This stock has been making a bounce back on the daily chart and looking to push up towards that $64. So I'm going to be watching that today to see if it can get some lift, kind of maybe pull back a little bit towards maybe 57s, 58s, and then push on up. We'll keep an eye on that one, CRWD. This one does VWAP bounces, has a tendency of doing kind of some flag plays. So we'll watch this one to see if what we get out the open. All right, let's see. Let me catch up with the chat here, see if there's any stock you guys want me to take a look at. All right, guys, let's check out what we got here. KRTX. Okay, we'll take a look at this. Good amount of volume. Support there at $29. Big support at $29. I would like to see this one actually hold 30s. If it heads towards 29, that would be actually downside on this one, at least from the chart. Let's take a look at the news. Yeah, we've taken a look at LK. I'll come back to it daily, but we already went through it, so yeah.
All right.
Okay, so we got a phase 2 announcement. Looks like they met the endpoint, so they met the goal for phase 2 for KRTX. This one has average cost price targets at 32.50, and the highest price target that's been put on it is 38.
Yeah, I missed this one. And this one actually looks really solid too. It's actually tradable for us too, so we can trade this one as well. And this is a nice gap up. What's it was
phase 2.
Phase 2 results. Okay. That one doesn't look bad, and it's tradable. I like these levels. It's just a huge range, and the float's got to be relatively small, right?
Yeah, not the biggest float, not the biggest volume. What we need to do.
Can you
I'll
see
find
what the float is? Okay.
I'll find the float.
Because the float looks tiny.
Yeah, it's not much.
All right, Scott. Yeah, the bell's coming up here. We got a minute and a half left. AMD is pulling back down to that previous closing price, and I think that one's going to get interesting as well.
At least from my reading on FinViz, 15 million, and there's 23 million shares outstanding.
Okay, so that's small. So yeah, this one's going to be super volatile. Just be careful with it if you do decide to trade it. Also know, like, listen, you might look at this one and say, I'm going to take a small share size of 100 shares. But again, 100 shares of this stock you can be down $400 in like a minute. Okay, so you want to be very, very careful. Like 100 shares is too big for most people, at least. You know, you want to buy into the stock and trade it, and you got a small account. I suggest buying like 20 shares, 30 shares, just because the range is huge. The range in pre-market alone.
Taking a big dip right now. Okay, taking a big dip. Let's watch that one. $26 and $25.50 is a big price point here through the open.
Yeah, there goes okay.
Yeah, sorry for interrupting there. It was just a big move. I know people are going to want to watch that one.
Here, I want to make sure. What's the name of that stock? What was the stock symbol of that last one?
KRTX.
Okay, KRTX. All right, because I've never traded that one before, but yeah, it's volatile.
And
all right, guys,
we
got
put it
20.
up, so I give that shout out.
Yeah.
Joe.
Appreciate it, Joe. We missed that one. But yeah, here's the bell, guys. We got 12 seconds, so good luck. I'm going to put the SPY up here for the open. We can watch to see what the overall market's doing. Let me get this ready, too.
All right, guys. My 2 watch right out the open is going to be LK and AMRN, and then looking also at ENPH.
All right, there's the bell. All right, guys. So out of the gate here, YNDX is pushing up. YNDX is breaking highs. Moving up there. We got Netflix that is dropping out of the gate as well. Netflix is dropping. The SPY is down slightly already. The SPY is down slightly. We got Roku dropping. Tesla is moving up some.
AMD with a little drop there. Gonna watch AMD. I like the pattern.
Yeah, man, we were right about LK, man.
All right, so AMD, I want to see it break 38.50s. If it breaks 38.50s, I'll be looking for AMD. AMRN shooting down there. We'll look for that one to bounce back to VWAP.
Oh, I gotta watch AMRN too. I forgot about that one too.
Yep. Gotta keep your eye on that one for sure.
Yeah, AMRN's super volatile today at least. But yeah, there goes YNDX running up. I gotta add the ups to all these.
Good hourly pullback here. Probably gonna run up to 26.33s. That's when I'm gonna watch to see if it's gonna get rejected here. It went to 26 really quickly. Let's see how 26 reacts on LK. Let's see if that resistance becomes support. AMRN dropping like a tank there.
Yeah, Tesla too. Roku too. Netflix too. So we got a few big drops at the open for some tech stocks.
Nice.
Alright, on the high of the day momentum scanner here we got NBY. So if you like penny stocks, NBY is it ripped up. Now it's back down, but it looks pretty volatile today if you could trade these
Disney
penny stocks.
bouncing back up here. looking interesting here. Disney or 50s.
Look at I might start to trade my system on stream a little bit more here too, since I built up some cushion. I don't mind Tesla here, and I know because I know everybody like they see the profits I'm making and they want to see like the system live, and so I think it's almost that time. Like I've built up enough cushion to where my emotions will be a little bit better on stream with it, and we'll see.
All right, trying to get in Disney here at 144.50s.
Remember, guys, to hit that subscribe button. You know, we day trade live on stream every weekday morning for free. We're not experts and gurus here. We've been growing faster than ever, and I appreciate the love. Just remember to hit that subscribe button, guys. If you click the bell, you'll get a notification. You know, you'll get an alert every time we do decide to go live, which is every weekday. So don't forget to do that. Yeah, Mitch, if you jump in something, brother, just let me know. I'll throw you up. Tesla, I'm looking at 100 shares of Tesla here. Small share size, maybe like 75 for now. And I can slowly start to, oh no wait, this is Disney, I'm sorry, this is Disney.
Tried to get in Disney there.
Alright, I'm in with 75 shares of Disney. Just a small position so far, just because it's very early. This is generally earlier than I'm usually trade. And so I'm going to keep my risk very small at like 56. Might be able to add a little bit more here.
I think I was just being a little picky. Should have got in Disney there.
I mean, the only reason I got in early like this is because I can scale into it some, but I'm probably about to get out of it. I'm just giving it a chance. It's pretty volatile actually here, and so I like the confirmation in this risk level now. We'll just see, you know. We got a little bit of room now, so that should be good, but it's still very volatile and it might squeeze me up here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let it go. Missed my entry there.
Yeah, I got in probably way too early, to be honest. Like, I think I should probably add a little bit more to it to try to get a better entry. Like, average in a little bit, but...
Just wait. Wait till you go down to 144.10s first, I would say. Wait till you get the move in your direction and then look to see if it comes back.
Right, well, I mean, I could add to it and then just still base it off of that 56 confirmed risk is the only reason I'm considering that.
Yeah.
I don't mind it here. It's just in a range right now.
Yeah, just be careful with that 56. It could put the ask at 44.60. That's right. I noticed it's spreading the spread a little bit, so.
Yeah.
You don't want to get caught there at when it just bounces to 60 and then you have to wait a second. That's the thing with Disney. I think with these larger caps, guys, stay with a smaller share size until you see the direction. Because if you get the direction, it's usually big. And so
there's the flush. I'm about break even though, so I just needed a better average, I think. There's 18s. Not bad. The problem is that it's not a big enough trade. Like if I can take a little bit off here, I will. Yeah, all right, I'm gonna get out.
Watching Walmart here.
All right, I got out half there, and I'm just gonna hold the rest. See if we get a nice little break. Beautiful little move. Let me see if we can. Maybe I'm being greedy with it. Let's see. I just feel like it's gonna pull back some here.
All right, we'll look for LK to bounce back here. If LK can bounce back towards 25.70s or 25.80s, can risk off at 26.
I'm gonna just get out there and take my little $20 win. It was such a small trade, but I'll take my little $20 win. It'll build up some cushion on the day at the least, so I'll take it. Look at that Roku here. Roku starting to move up. Roku looking like a fade. Man. I'm just barely... Friday I did the same thing where I'm like, hey, look, there's a fade. Boom. Fades through before I can really catch it. This one just dropped 60 cents. It hurts. But I was right. I was right about it. But it might get a bounce back, but a little bit too... caught that one a little bit too late.
All right, looking for a pullback in Walmart to get in here. The pullback would be towards 118.80s. Looking for a pullback to get in there.
With everything that you demand, you could say I had a plan way before I had a fan. Some would probably call it luck, I just call it being blessed. You ain't never did the work, but you want to be the best.
Yeah.
Lately I could never
KRTX up big. Whoa, yeah, that one is ripping. That's what I said, be careful, guys, but look at that one. That was a beautiful move. Look at KRTX. Nice little 1 minute pullback there, too.
I could always see my future. I bet they could never guess. Guessing they get it, cause look at me now and then look at yourself in the mirror.
A little frustrating there on Disney with that miss. Had the right order, just never getting filled. 144.50s, risk off of 144.65s. Would have been perfect trade. Just didn't get it today. Let's see what we get.
Looking at Tesla, maybe if Tesla pulls back there. I'm also looking at Roku here, but Roku, I think I'm going to look for a fake out fade now. Netflix as well. Netflix isn't looking that bad. Pulling back to the VWAP. Big range, but it looks okay.
Came about the womb of giant. You were licking, you were client. Now you got so much to say. I was hurting, you was quiet. Glory is as glory does. So you know the story, love. Never thought he'd be a legend. He was always sure he was. You was always naysaying. Some things never change. Spiritually, I never age. Feeling like 11.
Netflix is getting closer. We're going to watch that one and see.
Tall towering. Doing things I never do. If I was living cowardly. Sushi roll sour D. Song 3, hour 3. I don't even go to sleep. Know the Lord empower me.
Still going to wait for Netflix here.
They gon' hear the sound of me.
To pull back under the VWAP. I got to see that weakness first.
Finally get it, cause look at me now and they looking at me from the picture. They probably thought that I need them or thought that I keep them. They lucky if I even miss them. Thinking that you got me figured, you figured it wrong, but it's okay, I truly forgive you. Lately I ain't got the time to be picking up fights when I'm trying to pick you from the main. Pieces of a poet, don't you know it? I'm the real thing, baby. And if it don't make a dollar, then how could it make a real change, baby?
But yeah, look at KRTX, and I'm really going to start getting interested in KRTX if it specifically pulls back to the VWAP for a VWAP bounce. That one doesn't look bad. I'm also looking at Roku here because we are getting that weakness back below the VWAP, and so I might short into that weakness on Roku here with a few shares. Nothing huge, but...
All right, guys, looking for a bounce here in AMRN towards 23.50s. Was about to get short there at 40s, but it just literally sank on me 20 cents right when I put my hand on the trigger. Let's see if I can get a bounce to short into this. It does look weak, but I've missed already 25 cents of the move. Let's see if I get a bounce.
I'm gonna
We
look
need
at
a bounce
Netflix
here with
here.
23.50s.
We get a bounce up to the whole dollar on Netflix, I'll take a little bit. Might take 30 shares at first and then scale into it. Alright, I'm in 30 shares of Netflix here. Gonna look to maybe scale into it if we can get that move up. AMD pulling back to the VWAP, that one might be interesting too. Alright, there's 75s.
Okay, coming back there, but I don't really like that one now. It's a VWAP reject. It's not a VWAP fade. And I just don't like it on the daily chart now at that point.
Alright, I'm getting squeezed up on Netflix here. And I'm just going to keep to the same risk. If I get squeezed out, luckily I've already have that little gain on Disney. And so I'm just going to let this one work. If it breaks this 75 level, I just got to jump out of it. But we're keeping it small in the day regardless. Very close to exiting here. Yeah, I'm out. $30 loss on the day though, so still very small. And I'm still looking at Roku. Maybe I got faked out there with Netflix, but still early. We'll try to short maybe Roku here. I like Roku because we can also use that previous closing price above us as our risk. It looks like I might have just missed Roku here. But yeah, there goes Netflix. I'm glad I got out of that. It looks like it's about to pull a red to green move, so. There goes Roku. Just barely missed it. This entry right here would have been great. But no stress. Like I said, 2 trades, small down slightly on the day. And so I'm just going to wait for some good setups. Maybe I'll consider it if it bounces back there. But it kind of like Tesla, I think I would rather use this level here as my risk. And so my risk would be pretty small. LK? Yeah, I forgot about LK. I was watching that one at the open. What's it doing? It's pulling back. It's just ripping up too much. For now, for me, LK is just too sideways.
Walmart's the one that I want, but I'm getting no pullback, guys. I want that one long, but I'm not just going to chase it.
KRTX, beautiful. How did you find it? Somebody talked about it this morning. Did I hear Tesla? Uh-oh.
AMRN doesn't look like it's going to come back. Just missed that one by a couple seconds. Wanted to get in at 2340s, well, 2350s, and it dropped towards 2340s. Definitely a great move of the day. 3 resistance touch there at 2350. It would have been a great 50-cent trade.
AMD, beautiful VWAP bounce there too. Still gonna wait on Roku. Maybe I'll still consider it, but we're gonna wait. Look at that Tesla too. If it pulls back to the VWAP, I might short that one at 351s. Yeah, there's the bounce on AMD. Alright, here goes Roku. We're going to move up to the whole dollar of 155. I'll start to short it. Scale into 26.
Looking for some retailers to come back. Looking for TJX and Macy's to come back.
Yeah, SPA's down. Alright, so here goes Roku. We get up to over 155. I'll start to short into this one. I don't mind shorting into it here either. I'm just in with 35 shares. And I'll add the other 15, 20 shares if it can continue to move up.
Alright guys, LK looking strong here, guys. LK looking strong.
There's a nice little drop quickly on Roku, but never got in with my full sizing, unfortunately. Netflix squeezed up against me.
Just trying to find a trade now. Not seeing much out there now.
Yeah, you just got. I mean, we got some downward moves and some upward moves. I think we just gotta wait for some pullbacks to the VWAP now.
Yeah. I'm just trying to trade early because I got to get out of here. So
Oh yeah.
that's where it's a little frustrating not taking the earlier trades.
All right, I'm about to start adding a little bit more here to Roku, maybe. I'm gonna add 20 shares and then let that be it, and we'll see what happens with the rest. Nah, we're getting squeezed. Like I said, my risk is about 75 or so, and so I'll give it that time to hit that 75 level, and if it breaks, I'll just bounce out of there. It's getting pretty close. Like I said, you guys see me take it a little bit. Whoa, yeah, I got big squeeze there. I'm out. You guys see me take it a little bit larger size today because I have the room in my account now. You know, I'm like almost $1,200 in profit in this account, so I could take a little bit larger size, and you're gonna see me start to slowly increase my size as my account gets larger and larger to try to take some bigger swings as time goes on. But yeah, down 75 on the day so far. But again, relative to my account profit, it's very small. And every day last week I made over $100 in profit, so down 75 today. We'll see. Still haven't started my system yet. Maybe I'm getting a little bit overzealous before I actually start trading my system, but regardless, I'll be okay. Fiverr? Yeah, what's Fiverr doing? Fiverr looks very boring. Slow, dull. Not doing anything. Is this Fiverr? FVRR?
EMPH is the only one I see right now with a fade setup, but to tell you the truth, I'm not taking it because of the daily chart. So I see just too much kind of built up in consolidation here for me to take it. We've been getting way too many red to green moves.
Yeah, most of the stuff I tried trading today, it's kind of just gone sideways. Faking me out, coming back down, going back up again.
It's a scalper's environment.
Yeah. AMRN's up there, but too sideways.
Yeah, I missed that one earlier. Just gotta let it go. Yeah, I don't like that now. Looking for a push up here in CRWD. Maybe a potential fade in that one.
My daily loss limit futures right now, it's probably about 200 bucks. Like I said, every day last week I made over $100, and so I'm trying to scale up in size, try to maybe make $200 every day this week, and then we'll see. I don't want to set any unrealistic pressure on myself. That is gonna hurt me in the long run, but yeah, not a bad week last week. Like I said, if you guys want to see it, I can show you a little bit later, but
yeah, this
now,
KRTX, I expect it being halted soon, guys. Be careful with that one.
that one actually just went crazy and just skyrocketed up.
I expect a halt coming soon on that one.
I'm looking at Tesla here.
Been looking at Walmart forever, but no pullback on Walmart. Like I called it out pre-market. I was like, this is probably the one that I think is the best bullish setup. But nothing, no pullback.
Yeah,
It's not giving us a chance yet. We'll wait for a
Everybody was too
pullback.
hype in it. I think it was Tesla. But yeah, everybody's too hype in it. They don't want to sell, you know. Still looking at Tesla, but I don't mind where it's at now. But if I jump in, I might jump in with like 10 shares here on Tesla and then add to it as it goes up. That way I'll catch it if it just drops here, and I can add to it if it moves up. That's what I'm looking at with Tesla. Maybe I should switch to VWAP bounces though, because the ones that are bullish are remaining bullish. KRTX halted.
I mean, hey,
Yeah.
just tried to warn everybody.
Yeah. Hope you got out when you could, guys.
Yeah, it's one of those that I could already tell. Time to take profit if it's keep ripping like that.
Yeah, man.
Especially if you got in early. It's time to take some profit and let it go.
Because the truth is, something's going on with that stock right now. Like, I'm sure insiders are
called
pumping that thing up.
Yeah, that's called a pump right there. I can just clearly say that's called a pump right there.
Yeah.
That was that when a stock just kind of does the old-fashioned, we call it the gap and go strategy. That means that there was a lot of investors in this before the open, not necessarily even at the open. Is that the stock was already building that momentum, and then when it got that momentum at the open for bullish, it gets bought up on that momentum. And so we got 700,000 shares to go through at the open on a stock that had probably like 20,000 shares pre-market. Not much.
Yep. Yeah,
And
that was
so
going crazy. The biggest thing... Go ahead, my bad.
No, I mean that's always going to make a stock react big.
Yeah.
Small volume pre-market, massive amounts of volume first minute.
And the big thing you have to worry about with these guys, like I said, if you've never experienced stocks like this before, there's a few things you have to worry about. Obviously, yes, it's going to get halted. A lot of the time with halts like this, it's going to gap up some. The problem, though, is a lot of the times when it resumes, it could gap down with a halt. It could get halted again, and then it could gap down substantially. And if you're in that thing long, when it gets halted on the way down, you're in for some trouble. Another thing that happens sometimes with pump and dumps is that when they do get halted, sometimes the SEC starts to investigate them, and that is what causes the halt. And then in that case, I've seen stocks go from $100 when they got halted down to literally $6 when they resume after the SEC investigates them. A lot of times they'll kick them off the NASDAQ too. And so there's some things that you have to be wary of with overhyped, halted, pumped up stocks. And so, you know, you can trade them, you can make a lot of money, you can also lose a ton of money. And so I haven't traded a halt in a long time, but that's what I would always worry about when I would get in those halts, is getting stuck, you know, and that happens 100%. I think Mitch talked about the float earlier. The float was like 60 million, right? Small, something like that.
Smaller than that, I think it was in the 10s and 20s.
Yeah, it was tiny for relative, especially relative to the price. Somebody said I might have another chance with Disney. Disney, it's not looking like a fade anymore. The first trade I got on Disney was a fade. It was a VWAP fade, and I wrote it down, made a little bit of money on it. Now it's looking more long biased. And so if it pulls back to the VWAP, I might consider it. But for now, I'm just going to leave it alone, I think. I'm watching the overall market, too, because I think if the overall market starts to rip up, you know, shorts are not going to be as favorable. I'm just sitting in with a tiny share size in Tesla right now, and if it moves up to 350 something, I might add a little bit to it. But for now, I'm just kind of hanging out. Like I said, I have enough cushion in my account to be safe for the most part. And I'm going to add a little bit more to Tesla, and really I'm just trying to take some bigger swings now with my profit, because I have enough profit and my account's big enough to take swings, and so I think I'm just trying to get that done. What's up, Patrick? Top of the morning to you as well, bro. I have a terrible Irish accent. It usually always ends up sounding Australian, and so I'm not even going to attempt it. But top of the morning to you, bro. Alright, here's the rip up. I might add another 10 shares here. Right around here. Alright, so I am in with 30 shares now. Alright, so there's the resumption actually, and yeah, big move down. It actually didn't resume at all any higher. It resumed at around the same spot, and now it's just getting hammered here. People are just jumping out of it to take profits with KRTX. They're just jumping out of it to take profits.
Yeah, they're just scared.
Yeah, and understandably so, they're scared, and understandably so. If I was in that stock, I'd be running for the hills right now too. Especially for the fact that it did not gap up on that halt. It did not gap up. It broke even and then crashed down afterwards, which shows some weakness. Listen, this thing could actually still just run up and squeeze up, very likely as well. But I'm not touching it. It's just a little bit too scary for me.
Taking a look at Macy's and CRWD here.
All right,
I'm looking at.
I'm in Tesla with my 40 shares. Giving it one chance. About to exit if it squeezes up anymore, really. I think I'm trading too much early relative to how I usually do.
What I see is just a bunch of red to green moves.
Yeah.
Bunch of them. No, we're not talking about one or two.
Yeah.
Look at Disney.
Yeah.
You look at LK. You look at any of the bigger stocks. They're just doing, every pullback gets bought up.
Yep.
And that's the problem. It's not that the pattern isn't there. The pattern's there. They're just pushing it through. There is bigger traders that are buying up the pullbacks and pushing it right back through the highs.
Yep.
The best move I've seen in the last 2 to 3 months would be a red to green play.
Yeah.
And that's just the market environment, and I think that's mainly what happened, at least for my VWAP fade and why it hasn't been working as much.
Yeah, I mean, I put a good video out this weekend that kind of talked about how I kind of changed my setup and strategy to attack scalps a little bit more. And one of the things that I changed is that I look for confirmations. And once I get those confirmations, we're getting a big squeeze here with Tesla. But no, one of the things I changed,
CRWD.
One of the things I changed is that I look for confirmations in the moves, and I look for smaller examples of it. Like, I don't try to take the full reward target that I used to take. Instead, I just look for confirmations prior, and I just try to take a few cents and get in and out. That has been working really well.
I agree.
All right, so we're getting a squeeze up with Tesla and then a reverse back down, which looks fine. Like I said, I'm starting to take some bigger swings, and so I'll hold it through this. Still not really. If it breaks this high right here, I just got to jump out. This 351.12 level. If it breaks that, I just got to get out. But for now, with my little 40 shares, I can let it work. I think, like I said, I think what I'm doing wrong today is probably just trading a little bit too actively within that first hour, because usually I've been waiting until, much later in the morning, and so maybe that's what it is. But like I said, I am trying to take some bigger swings today, so we'll see what happens later.
All right, paying attention to right here, looking at Macy's, guys. Macy's might take a short right now.
Probably about to get squeezed out of Tesla here. Gonna give it one more second. Right,
Starter put on there. Starter put on in Macy's.
see if we can hold. There's a squeeze. Alright, we gotta flush back down. Alright, I'll throw Mitch up here. I'm trying to watch this one closely, but here's Mitch. Make sure you guys can see this.
All right, another one that I'm watching, guys, is Macy's comes up, and I've already got it in there. I'm looking at Urban. Urban, same sector, coming back to VWAP.
So I really don't mind Tesla now. It actually looks kind of weak, so we'll see if it can come back below there. But yeah, my risk is very obvious now. My risk is 351.15.
I'm gonna keep a close eye on LK also, guys. Keeps building, trying to break out, but if it breaks below VWAP again, I think this one can get bearish.
Probably about to jump out of Tesla here because this quick reversal back up to the highs.
Yep, might get squeezed out here. Macy's too, don't want to see higher than 75s.
Oh, got rejected back below.
There's 76
Tesla
showing
got
up.
hit. There's the squeeze.
Alright, guys. Gonna let this candle close. If it doesn't get over 76, we'll hit the add and try to knock it down. The risk will be right above it at 77 because we've already touched 76, so any cent higher than the high and we get out.
Alright, there's back to the bottom. Alright, well that's much better with Tesla. See if it actually holds down here now. Tesla's range bound moving. If we get it to go below the VWAP, I'll like it much more, obviously. There's 70s. Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, I like Urban if it gets to 3060. Alright, candle close. Just hold to this breakout. Either it's gonna either break out right here, reject, and then we'll add and then try to hold it right above it.
What's my entry here? I'm curious.
Alright. Reject there. Alright, it's touching 77s there. Gotta be careful here, guys. Don't want it to squeeze here. Needs to reject off the 76 level. There we go,
No.
a rejection there.
Yeah, I mean, really, I've been shorting Tesla a bunch lately, and it's worked out really, really well. Except for Friday. I think I had bad luck with it on Friday. But yeah, the typical fade shorts that I look for are Tesla, Netflix. I've been shorting those a bunch lately.
Alright guys, just hit the ad there now. And I just gotta hold the 77 here. 77 is just skipping right out.
There we go. There's Tesla dropping.
I
Nice
like
signal.
Urban here. Urban's starting to get interesting for me, but I'm stuck in this one, so I don't feel like jumping in it right now, but I did like it at that VWAP right there.
Also, team, if anybody wants to use the same platform
Squeezed
that
out,
Mitch...
guys. Squeezed out.
Yeah, there's Tesla squeezing up on me too.
Oh, actually, I'm not out.
Oh. You're still in?
No, I got out.
Okay.
I'm out.
But yeah, guys, if you want to use the same platform and broker as Mitch and I'll post this link here. There's a lot of benefits to using it, and it's really a great way to help support our channel. And so with it, you get 14,000 in buying power once you're approved for the funded account. So you basically pay $3.99. Almost everybody's approved, and then once you are approved, they give you 14,000 in buying power to trade with their funded accounts. There's no PDT rules, so you can day trade and short stocks as much as you want. The package comes with a day trading course, access to their chat room, and a demo account to trade with for a few weeks. And I think that bundle just makes a ton of sense for new traders. It just makes sense risk reward wise. It's one of the cheapest ways that new traders can get involved with the market and day trade with no PDT and actually short, because most traders that are new can't short because you need a margin account and you need a bunch of other stuff for it. And so I think, like I said, I think risk reward wise it makes sense. It operates like a prop firm, and so there's like a 70-30 split, and there is a max loss of 700, but again, you're paying $3.99 for that package, and so it's just ridiculously cheap. And again, it's just one of the cheapest ways you can get started and get involved in the market. And so if you're a new trader and you're looking to learn with no PDT rule and you want to trade actively and you want to be able to short stocks, I think they're almost the best option, I think, in my opinion, really, because again, you're actually going to be able to short stocks. And I think that most new traders end up saving up and spending thousands on their first account, and then almost always they lose their first account anyway. And I think this is just a much cheaper option to get started. And so if you want to check them out, there's the link. It's a great way to help support our channel as well. And again, I mean, I think the benefits are self-evident. So there's the link if you want to check that out and help support our channel here. Look at these wicks with Tesla. Look at these wicks here. So this is concerning, actually. You know, you get this big drop, but then you get these big down wicks up as well, which means some buying pressure here too. We'll give it a chance, but I don't like those wicks. And remember, guys, to hit that subscribe button. We do this live for free every day on YouTube. Show your support for what we do here. We day trade live. We're not experts or gurus. We just let people watch us day trade for free on YouTube. And regardless of whether we win or lose, you can see what it's actually like. You know, as the name suggests, our channel is called Beginner Trading because we're a free resource and community for new traders. And so if you appreciate that, like I said, smash that subscribe button to show your support for what we do here. And yeah. There's the link, David. Look right above you, David. There, you'll see the link for you, brother. Yeah. I mean, this is the same platform Mitch and I are using. I have a larger package, of course, but same platform. All right, so we're getting a big drop in Tesla actually here. So it's actually following through. Like I said, my entry was bad. I was thinking about adding to it.
Yeah, I think that might be done for me, guys.
All right, here's the drop on Tesla. We're actually getting this nice drop. I'm going to take profits quick with this one if we can. But I'm also going to be patient enough to hold through down to 349.50. Beautiful drop here.
Not getting any fade, guys. And the ones that I didn't take, it's just too late.
Boom. Half off there. Nice, banked a little bit of profit. Still holding the last 20 shares. Beautiful drop. Beautiful fade for Tesla here. Man, this trade was kind of nerve-wracking, but there's the drop. And another thing about TEFs is that, you know, you do have commissions because it's a no PDT rule platform. So you are going to have commissions, but with small size, they're just super cheap. Like, I could buy 20, 40 shares. My commission for a full round trip is like $3. So it's just ridiculously cheap commissions too. Yeah, man. Like I said, it was a nice little fake out fade. We'll see. I could also add back to my Tesla trade, but it's being very volatile. We'll see what happens. Big bounce up here. I don't know how, like, Tesla's super volatile. Did something come out with like a catalyst? Oh, we got the market ripping up here. I mean, luckily I've already taken profits, and so it's not a bad trade. I could add my sizing right back. I think I'm just gonna hold on because it'd be about a break-even like sizing increase. So I think I just let it go and see if we get a bigger drop. Hold the rest of it, and yeah, we'll see. I mean, I think they'll be around long. Like, listen, it's not like they have loopholes with TEFs and TradeNet, so it's a little bit different. It's not like it's not technically it's an educational package, and then you're trading it. It's like a prop firm. Is like the best way to describe it. And prop firms are going to be around, I think, and so they've been around for years and years, man. You know, I've been using them alone for 2 years now. And so, like I said, they operate like a prop firm. So it's not like it's a conventional brokerage. It's just not. It's not even really a brokerage. It's just a partnership with, like, similar to a prop firm. And so I think because they go about it in that way, then it's much safer than a conventional, like if it was a conventional brokerage that was going around the PDT that way. I think that would be a little bit more risky. But again, they operate like a prop firm. And so I think in that regard, they're pretty safe.
Not a single pullback in Walmart for me today. That one's upsetting. Now up more than $1.50.
All right, well, there's a nice drop back down in Tesla. Maybe I should have added. Maybe I got greedy. Who knows? You want to go check out a friend of mine's channel? I'll consider it a favor if you subscribe to a friend of mine's channel. Her name's Ashley. She's really cool. I'm pretty sure it's a Christian channel, and you guys know me. I'm pretty impartial to that stuff. But she's a good friend, and so if you want to go help support her, I'll post her links here. She's got some cool stuff. Try to post some of her videos, but she's really cool. So yeah, go subscribe to her channel. She's super chill and really cool. Here, let me find it. Honestly, my computer's running slow. I'm trying to like exit out of as many windows as I can before my computer freezes up on me. Yeah, go subscribe to my girl Ashley's channel. She's super chill and really cool. And like I said, I think it's a Christian channel, but if that's not your thing, just don't go check it out. But, you know, like I said, go subscribe to her. She's trying to grow her channel. I told her I'd help her a little bit. So go hit that subscribe button on my friend Ashley's channel. There's the link. There's the squeeze up on Tesla. Like I said, I might add back to it. We'll see. If I do add, I really like this risk level here. It's just a very easy risk level to follow now. And now, especially that I've taken profits, it's kind of like a no stress trade, so to speak.
Gonna take one more shot here. Urban. Short Irvin.
I'm gonna add the 20 shares back on Tesla and see if we can get that fade back down here. Okay.
Okay, just holding.
Yeah, man. Okay, it's interesting. The SPY getting rejected here looks better, honestly. Like the SPY getting rejected here looks good for me.
Okay, perfect example of red to green continuing to work.
All right, I got you up, Mitch.
Yeah, we'll need to start playing red to green. Maybe small share size until I can get used to it. Just hopefully the market environment holds. That's really the key. Sometimes we start getting good moves, but then the moves won't hold. So.
Yeah.
Oh, I got one, guys. It's tanking really fastly. Here, it's KPTI. This one's held up for a long time. Now it's starting to pull back there. Big resistance.
Tesla.
1560.
Tesla dropping down really nicely here again, and if I can take profits again, I will. If we can get a break under 350s, because that'll keep it pretty safe in this trade. And I like the move here. We're going to give it another chance to come down, but I added to it, as you guys saw. And so if we can get some more moves down where I can kind of attack them a little bit closer, I don't mind taking profits when I can, if I can. Yeah, this one's called Rain Check by Dylan Sitz. All right, now we did get the drop back down.
All right, guys, just took half of it off there, half of it off on Urban
Yeah,
to
good
reach
trade,
the
bro.
first support. I'm just gonna see if we can get down to the low of the day, which is those 30s.
Yeah, this is the song name. Man, my computer sounds like a rocket ship again. I still gotta upgrade my RAM.
All right, let's see if we can get another drop here. There you go. Good first move here.
Yeah,
I want to stay back in the 40s.
EVA, it really doesn't matter because, like I said, they've been around for years. The big thing that you have to consider if you're thinking about using TEFs is, do they pay out? And I've heard from everybody that they do. You know, again, like I said, we had people on SureTrader that was talking bad about TEFs and TradeNet, and now you see what happens. You know, SureTrader's actually moving over to CFD platforms, and so it's like, you know, people can hate on them, but again, if they work, they work, and you know, I think that's what is the most important. I think it's cheaper for traders, especially new traders, to go the TradeNet and TEFs route than it is for them to deposit thousands into a conventional platform. And like, yeah, you're going to get people that just dislike them for whatever reason. A lot of times, like I said, it's people that maybe they lose an account with them or whatever. But in the end, I just think it's a much cheaper way to get started. Technically, you're buying an educational package, and then they're partnering with you, similar to a prop firm. And again, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that... you know, I think new traders are probably going to lose no matter where they go. And that the big question is, if you are profitable, do they pay out? And like I said, they do. And I think that's the only the real thing you have to consider. We could debate on the semantics of what they are and what they do, and like, that's fine. You know, a lot of times, like I said, people get really desperate to criticize them. But in the end, you know, like I said, if they pay out, they pay out. Well, the stream is slightly delayed, Joe, is what it is. And that's mostly from, you got to stream trade idea scanners, you kind of got to, put a little bit of a delay for the level 2 in quotes. I'm still waiting on Tesla. We could get a drop. Disney kind of pulled back, and it kind of looks solid as like a dip buy, but too late, I think. SPY's rebounding here, and this could cause my Tesla trade to squeeze up against me. What's up, Seth? What's up, brother? How you doing, man? You doing good, bro? I don't think it was me that called out Walmart, but yeah, appreciate anybody that did make money on Walmart, or that did call out Walmart. Like I said, I don't think it was me necessarily.
Yeah, I had that feeling pre-market. I called it out. Just never could get in. Just never pulled back to the VWAP for me.
Well, I think somebody in the chat called it out too. I think that's kind of how we got started talking about it. Let me see.
Yeah, I know I brought it up pre-market.
Yeah, right, exactly. I mean, like I said, that's one of the benefits is the fills are decent, you know.
All right, guys, got to hold the break even on this Urban trade, the rest of the shares.
Thank you, Manveer. Appreciate it, bro.
Thinking about KPTI at 1550, but
Also, I don't like margin, so I like having enough to never see a call. Yeah, that's what my mother-in-law was actually talking about investing, and I was kind of walking her through the different processes of it and what margin was. And one of the downfalls of margin is, again, you can get a margin call, which is never fun, you know. And so I'm avoiding that if I can. I'm trying to be patient with Tesla here. I really don't mind it. I like the added confirmation above me as resistance. The only issue is like my entry now. It's just kind of so-so. It's not incredible or anything. I like the weakness that the SPY is showing us. So.
Alright guys, want to see if this is going to reject off 49s here. If it can reject off 49s, I can try to add to it, knock it down.
What is a margin call? A margin call is when your platform makes you put up all the money for the buying power that for the trade you're in. So say you're using 2-to-1 leverage, and you buy $40,000 worth in buying power in a stock when you only have 20,000, right? A margin call is when they call your margin, when they say, hey, you can't have our margin anymore, and that you need to put up all the money that we loaned you. So if you had 2-to-1, you got to put up that extra. You have to put up 2 times that you initially had to, or they're going to exit the trade for you. So yeah, margin call is basically when they call you and they tell you that they're not going to offer you margin anymore and that you're going to have to put up the money for the margin. A lot of times it happens when they bet the other side of your trade and they don't want you to win anymore. And so
yep, when your trade is looking like it's not going to pay out and they need to recover money, it's called risk assessment.
Yeah.
They take a risk assessment and they notice, hey, this guy's way too big in this position, and we're not going to take the risk of it actually going against us because we have a trade against that position.
Yep. And so we're just going to call his margin, make him put that money
up. A big example is in the Big Short.
Yeah, exactly.
If you guys watch the Big Short, this happened to him multiple times.
Michael Burry.
They started just drawing all his funds because they said, if you want to go ahead and place this bet, then we're going to go ahead and margin call you, because the reason is the bet's so big that if it goes against us, you're going to cause us liquidity problems. You're going to cause us problems in paying you. And so that's a big issue in broker. No broker wants to get to the point where they go bankrupt because they can't even pay somebody out.
Yeah, it's like Jacob said, they essentially stop you out. We have another question. What's the leverage if you put down 1K on your platform? So it's like I said, the platform I'm using is not a conventional platform. So technically you're buying an educational package, right? So like the intro package comes with a day trading course, access to their chat room, and a demo account. And then you get to apply for the funded account, which almost everybody's approved for. And that gives you 14,000 in buying power once you're approved. And again, there's no PDT rule, so you can day trade and short. Commissions are also pretty cheap as well relative to the other no PDT platforms. But again, like I said, people can do whatever they want with trading. I think that TradeNet and Tefs is probably going to be around a little bit longer than the other no PDT rule brokers, because they are taking a loophole instead of just kind of going directly against the US regulation. And so I think that as well. But I also think that you have to think about it, and you're paying for an educational package, and then you're partnering with them with the funded account with a profit split. Like I said, it's very similar to a prop firm. So there's a 70-30 split. There's a $700 max loss. But again, you're paying $399 for that. And so I think it makes sense. And I think people hate on TradeNet and Tefs, but it's kind of like this. It's like, look, would you suggest new traders just deposit thousands into a conventional platform as their first account? Be real. Most of the time, new traders are almost certainly going to lose that. And so I think it's just a cheaper way for new traders to get started, especially considering the bundle that it comes with a day trading course, access to their chat room, and a demo account. I think it just makes sense from a risk perspective, you know. And yeah, I mean, you got to pay them. They get to keep 30% of your profits. Like, that's true, you know. It's only on your profits though. They don't take it out of your losses. But again, I think from a risk perspective, it just makes sense. It's just cheaper. And it's one of the ways that new traders can trade a live account. They can get used to a live account, and they can day trade with no PDT rule and actually short stocks. Because again, most new traders can't short. Most new traders are solely stuck going long, because with US regulated brokers, you need a margin account to short, and that means you need over $2,000 most of the time.
All right, guys, looking to add here at 47s. Putting a share out there to add my whole sizing back. Trying to get back to 800 shares here. Saw that kind of fade away right there. Was looking for a push to 48 to add. Got one ad in there at 30s, 48s. So let's see if we can knock this down. A little push up, and then I'll fill right back in. Look for a big home run hit. If not, it could just sink down here towards the 30s. All right, guys, got to get out of here soon. I got to head towards the dentist, so might just take profit into this move here, guys. All right, guys, into the 30s there. Want to see it break towards 30 here, and then I'll take profit here.
Yeah, so basically that's what it is. Yeah, you can withdraw once per month, Jacob, but each package has different requirements for you to withdraw. So like the base package, on the intro package, I think you have to make like over $300. You have to basically pay for the package once. And so they each have them, but they're not super strict, I don't think either. So Tesla giving us a nice drop there as well. And like I said, if y'all want that link, I'll post that link here, and y'all can go check it out. Like I said, we make a commission from it, and so we're biased in that regard, you know. But great way to help support the channel if you do want to help support us. And like I said, if you want to see what it's like we use them every day. We got a lot of videos on trading with them too. But yeah, there's the link if you want to check it out.
All right, guys, before I get out of here today, I'm still in this trade, but I want to definitely talk about the video we put out on the weekend. If you guys want to go ahead and check out kind of a long trade, a bull flag broken down, definitely check out our channel, as we did a nice quick video on bull flag breakdown. All right, guys, not seeing much here. It's not fading through here. We want to see it hold this 46, 47, start pushing towards the low there. We got a lot of volume to come in there at the 30s on that first sink, so need to pay attention here and see if it can break through. If not, we'll just go ahead and cancel out here.
Yeah, I'm trying to use Microsoft Edge, but it's just running slow. My computer's making some noises.
All
trying
right,
to
guys.
get the video Mitch talked about so I can post the link, but man.
I'm gonna go ahead and cover into this momentum move here. Want to see it push down towards 30, but if not, we'll just take it.
We did get a squeeze up on Tesla. Tesla looks like it's kind of range bound trading. But yeah, here's the link to the video Mitch is talking about. I'm pretty sure it's pretty high raw, but we'll see. Like I know I said it for Thinkorswim high, but
Don't want to pass this 45 here. Not just gotta take profit. Nope, not getting the move, guys. Stepping out there.
still good trade, brother.
Yep, just no continuation. That's just lately the moves. You get 10 cent move down, 10 cent move up, 10 cent move down, 10 cent move up. So with no continuation, there's no way of hitting a home run.
Yeah, for sure.
Look at that reversal. All right, guys, I'm out of here.
All right, brother. Have a good day, man.
Later, guys.
Later, bro. All right. I'm still kind of holding Tesla here. As we get closer and closer to, 11 o'clock market time, 10 a.m. my time, I'll start to get ready to start trading my system. You hear my computer, man? My computer sounds like a rocket ship. I gotta get out of that. Alright, there goes AMRN ripping down here. Yeah, I'm getting performance issues too. I get those every now and then. It's not bad. Like I'm still okay. Like I'm basically right now. I'm just waiting to see what Tesla does here, and as soon as I'm exiting out of as much as I can. I'm trying to find. I told my friend Ashley I would help support her channel on YouTube, so if you guys want to do me a favor and go subscribe. Like I said, it's a Christian channel, and I'm kind of impartial to any religion, so to speak. I kind of just try to keep it even, but it is my friend, and I told her I would help her grow and try to get her some subscribers. So if you guys want to do me a big favor, like I said, go check out my girl Ashley's channel. She's really cool. She's got a lot of cool content on her channel, and like I said, I'll post some links for her. And like I said, you guys want to do me a favor, go subscribe to her. She's really cool, and she's a good person, and so you guys want to help a good person out. Like I said, I consider it a personal favor if you go subscribe to my girl Ashley's channel, help her grow a little bit. My goal is to help her get 100 subscribers. That's what I would tell her. But yeah, I used to work with her, and like I said, she's really cool. It's a Christian channel, like I said, so if that's not your thing, just don't worry about it. But like I said, there's the link if you want to go check it out. And again, my goal is to help her get like 100 subscribers so she can kind of grow organically. Because with YouTube, when you're growing a YouTube, it's really those first few hundred subscribers that are the toughest. Once you really break 1,000 subscribers, your channel grows organically like quick. But, to put it into perspective, it took me years to break over 1,000 subscribers. Years, So here's a beautiful drop for Tesla. I'm going to go ahead and take half off there. And, yeah, and make this trade a very easy trade now. But yeah, if you do go check out Ashley's channel, leave her a comment. Hit the subscribe button, leave her a comment, That'll help with engagement on her channel too. Tell her Beginner Trading sent you. So what's up, guys? Like I said, I'll try to trade my system a little bit today. We'll see how it goes. I actually built up enough profit to where I'm not really super worried about trading on stream anymore with my system, since, even if I take a huge loss, I'm still going to be well into the profit. So Let me know if you guys see anything specific that looks good too. I see the SPY kind of pulling back down here. That might help me in this Tesla trade. And again, I don't mind really adding back to it. I like what Manic says. I'm an arrogant short trader. I am too. You guys know me. I'm mostly very short biased. And overall, I think shorting is the way to go. I think panic is a stronger emotion than hope is, in the stock market. And so, you know, I think it's easier to profit with shorts for sure. So what's up, guys? Y'all want to listen to some music? What's some good genres that we can listen to? You got any suggestions on genres of music? Let me know. All right, JB. Later, brother. Have a good day, man. Oh, also, guys, go check out the Trade Ideas test drive. So the Trade Ideas test drive, this is the last week, and you can try out Trade Ideas for the rest of this week for $8.99. It's ridiculously cheap, and to put it into perspective, you know, I pay $120 essentially a month for Trade Ideas. So the fact that they're letting you try them out for a week for very, very cheap, like I said, it just makes a lot of sense. And so I'll post this link here as well if you want to check that out. But yeah, you could try Trade Ideas out for an entire week for $8.99. It's just super cheap. For less than $10, you could try them out. So if you've ever thought about using Trade Ideas, I'll post this link here as well. Go check them out. There's the link. Uber, Francisco. Yeah, I'll check out AMD. Hold on. Ooh, AMD ripped up. Yeah, I mean, AMD, I trade what's called a VWAP bounce, and the only VWAP bounce on AMD was first thing this morning. Yeah, I put on some jazz, man. I put on some jazz, bro. Nice, Francisco. What else we got? LK. Still trying to be patient with this Tesla trade. Anytime I click a new web page, my computer sounds like a rocket ship, man. My VWAP bounce target will be something like 39.50. For what? AMD is at 29. You mean 29.50? No, my VWAP bounce would be right around the VWAP at like 27 now. And AMD's just ripped up way past that. Bud, BUD. Yeah, it's not that bad. I think right now it's really dependent on what the SPY does. Like, the SPY is kind of moody right now. It's not really picking a trend. It's kind of ripping up above the VWAP and then pushing down below it. And so I think it's really dependent on the SPY right now. KRTX. Yeah, what happened to that one? I know everybody was watching that one earlier. Right, there's 98. I'm trying to give Tesla some patience. I'm kind of looking for some other moves, though, right now. Like, Tesla's not looking terrible, but we're going to look for a full breakdown. There's 79s. Nice little move here with Tesla. I could scale out a little bit more here too. I'm gonna take half off there. But yeah, this is how you kind of take advantage of these range-bound plays. I'm just kind of shorting into them. If we can get under $40 in losses, I'll be happy, and I'll just get out of Tesla for good now. I've only got 10 shares left. I'm just gonna get out the rest right here. So that's it with Tesla. Nice little trade. Made 35 bucks. So not a bad little short for Tesla. Yeah, right now we're just looking to see what else we could find. So we got like stuff like Netflix, where I could attack like a bounce play if it pulls back. We've got AMD. If it pulls back to the VWAP, I might consider that one at like 39.40s for AMD. Oh, that's what you're talking about. Yeah. Oh, actually, my bad, man. Yeah, for AMD, the VWAP bounce, that would be exactly right. My bad, bro. Yeah, for AMD, the bounce would be at around 39.45, right around where the VWAP is. So that's exactly right. Right around there. And so yeah, that's where the bounce would be. And then you could set like a nice little risk level under you, and yeah, attack it in that way. Oh, my bad, guys. I just realized you can't even see it. Sorry, guys. Look, there's my screen. I just realized you couldn't even see my screen, guys. My bad. Y'all gotta say something, man. What are range-bound trades? Just attacking certain ranges where you have confirmation on both sides where the highs and the lows are. So, like with Tesla, I can show you the range here in Tesla. It's just kind of shorting it around the top of the range, covering it at the bottom is all it really is. So, like this range here. Attacking that range right there. Very simple, you know, just shorting it at the top, covering it at the bottom. Yeah, I can trade KRTX. Yeah, it's tradable. Alright, so LK popping up on the scanners here. Ooh, man, look at LK rip. This one's going crazy, man. Look how strong LK is, guys. I think everybody was wrong about this one. You know, I know Joe was right there with me saying it looked like a short. Paul was saying it looked like a short. Mitch thought it looked like a short. I thought it looked like a short. And so LK saying, no, no, no. We're not having that. We're going to just rip up here, squeeze everybody out. A lot of stuff ripped up too. Netflix, Disney, AMD, KRTX. So we had a lot of rips here. Roku, I think. So yeah, we had a very bullish day actually. Yeah, I can short it. No, there's no borrow fees. Like listen, on TEFs it's CFD trading, right? So there's no, you don't have to locate shorts. You don't have to pay borrow fees. I could literally short an IPO on IPO day without paying any extra fees. So yeah, that's one of the biggest benefits is like you can actually short on there. And like I said, of course there's some cons for TradeNet and TEFs as well, just to be fair. Most penny stocks are not tradable, so you can't trade most penny stocks. You know, and there is the 70-30 profit split, and you do have to pay commissions. But again, I think if you're an active trader, you know, it's the cheapest way to do it with less than 25K in my opinion. You know, the platform is only 15 bucks a month, and it's a solid platform, a good platform, and I think it's just the cheapest way. And so yeah, like I said, if anyone wants to check it out, it's a great way to help support us. Like I said though, of course I'm biased for them because I post referral links, so naturally I'm going to be biased towards them. But again, you know, we got some good videos. I'll post a review of them if anybody wants to kind of check out the review we have. Let me find it. Yeah, right. Like, Luke used to be a skeptic. I mean, listen, like I said, man, people hate on them, and like, I get it. trading's an emotional thing, man. It really is. Trading's a super emotional thing. But in the end, you got to look at the facts here, right? Most people are approved. If you're not approved, you can get a refund, I'm pretty sure. Reach out to them to confirm that, though. But I'm pretty sure you can get a refund all the way up. If you make your first trade on your funded account, they won't let you have a refund. But all the way up to that point, I'm pretty sure you can get a refund. For less than $500, once you're approved, you get 14,000 in buying power, no PDT rule, shorting ability, a day trading course, access to their chat room, and a demo account. You know, I think that makes sense from a risk reward perspective. You know, yeah, there's a $700 max loss on the funded account. There's a profit split. You got to pay commissions. There's not that many penny stocks. But I think that bundle makes a lot of sense. It's very cheap. You can get started for cheap. You can trade a funded account for cheap. And it just makes sense, you know. What's the per ticket commission for, say, 100 to 500 shares? So the commission rate is 0.006 cents per trade. Or per share. I'm sorry, 0.006 cents per share. Now, there's some fees in there. So it really equals out to about 0.007 or 0.0075. But there's a 150 per trade minimum. So basically, like if you buy 10 shares, it's not going to be 0.006 cents per share. You know, it's not going to be 50 cents a trade. There's a 150 per trade minimum. And so in cases where the ticket wouldn't equal over $1.50 in commissions, no matter what, you're going to have to pay 150 in, 150 out. But for instance, for 200 to 300 shares or less, you're getting commission rates of like $3 or $4 for a round trip. And I think that makes sense. That's very cheap, you know, relative to most of the other places. Alright, so LK might be pulling back to the VWAP, and I might consider shorting it if it can get down to 2750s. Tesla, maybe I should have held, but I don't mind taking profits at the bottom of that range there. John, if the gap between current price and VWAP is large, most likely what's going to happen? I mean, it's very tough to say. You never really know in stocks, man. You know, if the gap between the VWAP and the current price is big, like this, I mean, this is what you got to understand about the VWAP, okay? The VWAP is a volume moving average. That's what it is. It's a volume weighted moving average. So the farther a stock moves away from the VWAP, on average, the less volume is there to accompany that stock up, if that makes sense, right? And so, by that logic, you could say, well, the farthest the stock moves away from the VWAP, the more likely it is to pull back to the VWAP, or the VWAP to follow it up if volume increases. Basically, you should look for the VWAP to follow the stock up. That means volume is following the stock up. You know, the farther the stock gets away from the VWAP, the less volume is there to accompany it. Now, again, I can't say what's likely to happen in that situation. Sometimes stocks continue to move up without that volume, and sometimes stocks pull back because there's not as much volume, and so that's very difficult to say. I'm kind of looking at some VWAP bounces. I don't really like that many fades right now, but some VWAP bounces might not look bad. I was looking at SQ, but SQ just looks terrible. So we're going to wait for some pullbacks. And like I said, if you want to use trade ideas, like I said, they have their test drive that's going on right now. And for their test drive. You get to try them out for less than $9. You get to try them out for the rest of this week. So for $9, you essentially get premium Trade Ideas access for the next 4 days and the rest of today. And so I think that makes sense, guys. If you want to check that out, I'll post that link here as well. Yeah, I'm watching AMD on my other monitor. I'm starting to get closer. I'm starting to consider that. I might scale into AMD here too. See what the range is. Big range today, but not bad. So I might jump in with like 50 shares here for AMD. Oh man. Let me hurry up before it rips up here. And start to scale into it here. There we go. Yeah, appreciate that. Correct. So Jacob, yeah, so you get 14K. Here's the thing, not everybody does. From what I know, almost everybody is. I've never seen somebody, your max loss is still 13,300, so your new max loss is 1,700 instead of just 700. Yeah, I might actually add some here. This is too small of a position on AMD relative to the range. And so I'm going to start adding into this position and try to let this work. But I need a little bit larger share size. I might actually get 200 shares now. Yeah, I'm going to add another 100 here. So I'm in with 200 now. Roku to the moon is here to pump up Roku. But yeah. We get up to 70, I'm going to take profits here quick, and then I'm just going to add my sizing back here if we can. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at, Paul. This kind of AMD. Like I said, if it pulls back here, I'm just going to scale into it up to the VWAP, and then I'm going to give myself a risk level of like 40 here. So once it does break my risk level, then my risk is very small. Or my adding level, then my risk is very small. But yeah, y'all go check out my girl Ashley's YouTube channel. You know, like I said, it's mostly a Christian channel, but I told her I would help her grow. So y'all go sub as a favor to me. If you're not into that, you know, like I said, you can skip it, but, you know. Y'all go check it out. She's really cool. Like I said, I told her I'd help her grow. You guys know me, I'm impartial with regard to religion, but she's a really cool person. So if y'all want to do me a favor, go sub to my girl Ashley's channel. Leave her a comment, you know. Tell her you like the videos if you do. And yeah, I'll consider it a favor. Running through the money, but the money's long. I don't love it, but I need it, keep it coming on. Only friendly, me and friends, we don't get along. I put that on my name, that I put them on. I put myself on stage as they sing along. I'm looking at LK too. LK's kind of pulling back to the VWAP here. I'ma let you hear him just to prove you wrong. On track, now we gon' way up. Don't be used as easy as a layup. Working late, stay up, stay up. Counting all the way up. Count blessings, yeah, you know we pray up. And yeah, Joe, I should have took that bet with you on AMD, man. I should have taken that bet with you on AMD from Friday. Because it did down a ton. Okay, finally gave you some of those losses back. Yeah, man, I was talking about it. That thing ripped up today, man. Prove everybody wrong. I was like, man, I thought that looked overextended too. But hey, like I said, I never up. You know, you never really know. Yeah, Paul. It's been a rough day, man. Like I said, AMD, we'll see if we get the bounce here. I'm only in with 200 shares of AMD. I'm gonna go ahead and buy another 100 here. And with 300 now, see if we get that rip up with AMD. Like I said, I don't mind scaling into it if it pulls back to this $0.50 level. And then once it does, I'm making myself that 39.40 risk level. Your share of GameStop? Yeah, man. I mean, GameStop, terrible company, bro. But again, you know, my view is somebody might buy GameStop out. Who knows? But I don't like GameStop. I don't think any retail space where they're moving over to digital is going to survive long term. And I think GameStop, the fact that their whole business model is revolved around selling used games. I think a large majority of games are purchased digitally now, and so with that, I think GameStop is a dying business. Again, maybe I'm wrong. You never really know, I guess. But I think that GameStop is, unless they change up what they're doing in a big way, I think long term they're going to fail because people buy their content digitally now. Nobody needs GameStop. Aside from the fact that GameStop, in my opinion, just rips its customers and mistreats their employees. For some reason, people are loyal to them for nostalgia. But in the end, I think that that business model is going to fail unless they switch it up. Alright, I'm in with 300 shares of AMD. I'm giving it that time. I've been trying to slowly scale into this position, but, you know, we'll see. Just kind of waiting. I am new, and what do you think is good for beginners to learn how to trade? Taking it slow is what I think is good for beginners. Not spending. Don't bet everything on your success as a trader when you first get started. I know I'm a dream killer, and everybody hates me, I know. But I think that if you're a new trader, you got to understand this. This is the realest advice I can give you if you're a new trader. For most people, it is going to take years to learn how to do it successfully. And during those years, as you're learning to trade, it is most likely going to cost you a ton of money. Realest advice I can give you. And so what do you take from that advice? You take, don't quit your job. Don't take a loan out. Don't even bet that you're going to pay your mortgage next month with it, because you will almost certainly lose money for the first year of your trading at least. You know, the gurus will tell you different. All the gurus are going to say you'll make $1 billion in the first week, and of course that's an exaggeration. Most of them will tell you, oh, you can pay your bills next month with it though, and that's just not accurate. You know, for most people, it's going to take years, and I'm just real about it. So just have realistic expectations. Trade small. When you get your first live account, trade very small. No need to go crazy and big. We got a free day trading course too, if you want to check that out. I'll post that. We got a lot of free courses. I'll try to find it. So yeah, there's a free class on the trading process. check that out. Yeah, it's the truth that nobody wants to hear. I'm the big buzzkill in trading. All the gurus hate me because I'm threatening their business model, and all the new traders hate me because they think they're going to start paying their bills next month with trading. Sorry guys, it's just not like that. It takes years to learn how to do it correctly, and you'll probably lose money for those years while you're learning. Just the truth. I know everybody hates me, and I'm almost certainly we're going to have somebody that say, oh, that's not true. I took such and such course, and I learned how to trade in a week, you know? No, you just spent your money on that course, and so now you're trying to justify spending it, you know? There's 68s. Maybe I'm being greedy here. Maybe I should have taken profits with this one. There's 68. See if we get 69 or 70. I'll take profits. Maybe I'm being greedy. There's 69. I'll get off there. Oh no, I bought more shares. I did it again, guys. I did it again. Out. Took half off there. Maybe it's a good thing that worked. I did it again, guys. I do this every time, man. Every time I do this. I always do this, man. I don't know why. It's like I'm so short biased that whenever I'm trying to exit the trade, I click buy off of instinct. Ugh. I mean, it worked out. I took profits where I should have, but nah, dumb. I should, man. You know. I'm gonna change my screen name to They Hate Me and I Suck at Trading. You know? I should. Oh man, maybe I should have taken profits. Like I said, maybe I got greedy here, guys. It is what it is. I could hold the rest break even here and then just add back if it starts to rip, but I'll let it work, I guess. And like I said, I'm not against the gurus. I think some of the gurus teach real stuff. I really do. I think some of the gurus' content is legitimate. As long as they don't sell it in like a sleazy way. You know, I like a lot of their content. Like I said, I like Mir and TradeNet's content. I think their content is solid because they live stream and they just they don't show you Lamborghinis. You know what I mean? They don't show you Lamborghinis. They're not trying to sell you a $1,000 DVD. You know, and so I like their content. Plus, like, you buy their stuff, they're giving you a funded account to trade with, which has huge benefits. But again, like, half of the gurus are selling like a DVD for $1,000. You know, that teaches you something that's like 5 years old. The DVD might be like 5 years old. They're selling it to you for $1,000. Just ridiculous nonsense. And new traders are like, oh, that DVD helped me succeed. It's like, no, it didn't. Get out of here with that nonsense. You know, the truth is, a large majority of content in day trading is available for free online already. You know, it's just a convenience fee, like an organization fee to a certain extent. And listen, I don't have anything against people selling a course because, like, listen, if you're a good enough trader and you're selling a course, I really have nothing against it. I know some people are like, oh, well, if you're such a profitable trader, why are you selling a course? Because that is logic. It's like, hey, I've learned a skill that I've mastered. You know, trading is unstable. It doesn't matter how good of a trader you are, it's still unstable. You know, you might as well try to get other sources of income. I mean, look at me. I'm not saying I'm an expert trader, but like, I'm a real estate agent. I have 2 Amazon businesses. I make money from this YouTube, and I make a little bit of money with trading, but I have multiple different income streams, and that's what smart people do. And so I'm not saying selling a course is bad. I think that's what the smart people do. You know, I just think selling a course in a sleazy way is bad, you know? Maybe I'm getting greedy with these last little bit of shares here for AMD. Yeah, I mean, Joe. Yeah, maybe so, bro. Yeah, some of them are good, some of them are bad, man. Yeah, some of them are sleazy. It is what it is, you know. People are just, like I said, there's too many people that, like, you want to know the ones to be very weary of. Like, you guys want to know the people to be very weary of. Like, I'll give you guys some knowledge really quick. In the trading world, the ones to be the most weary of are the ones that look like 16-year-old kids. Right? If they look like if they're like young teenagers and they're claiming to have made millions of dollars in the stock market, they are certainly lying. They are certainly lying, you know? Why? Because it takes years to learn how to do it successfully, especially to master it. It takes half a decade at least, you know? So the ones that look like teenagers that are like, oh, I've made $5 billion in the market by my secret strategy, you know? Look at my Lamborghini and my stacks of money. Anybody with real money puts their money in a bank account. They don't walk around with stacks of cash. That's stupid. You know, they keep it in a freaking bank account. You know, you see a little kid telling you that, you see a 15-year-old telling you he's got the secret strategy in the market, run away. You know. All right, here we go. I'm going to take another half off there. Just hold these last little 125 shares, get myself roughly break even on the day now. And maybe look for some more plays. We'll see. I tell you guys, like, my system works better late in the afternoon or late in the morning. I don't know why. LK looked like a solid bounce too, honestly. But I'm only holding a small position left. I'm looking at LK. I don't hate LK here. Maybe I'll trade it. Maybe I'll trade it too. Maybe. Let me get this set up here if I do decide to take more than one position. Maybe I got greedy with that. I was like, oh, I'll just let it work. I'll hold on to it here. Maybe I got greedy. Let's see if it reverses. That'll be unfortunate. I did. Yeah, maybe I got greedy. I'm just gonna get out. I'll take it. I'll take it. $40 win on AMD. Like I said, for some reason I just kind of rebound late in the morning. I don't know why that is. Let me see what else we got. Tesla faded nicely there too. I don't mind LK here. Let me see what the risk. Let me see what the range of LK is, really. Let's see, my risk would be about 30. So my risk is about 30 cents with LK. I guess 100 shares is reasonable. Well, I bought LK here. We'll see if it rips up. Maybe the range is a little bit larger than I should have taken. Like I said, my risk is just down here at 30. I appreciate it, Green. Welcome, bro. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, and like I said, I mean, we're not experts here. We're not gurus. I'm not trying to sell a course here. I'm just teaching people what we learn. I'm very open about not being an expert here. You know, I think the haters kind of run out of stuff to criticize. Like, they dislike our channel, and then we kind of keep growing. And so that makes them frustrated. And so they kind of look for stuff to hate about, right? And, like, they try to hate on our trading, but it's like we preface everything with, like, hey, I'm not an expert or a guru. I might lose, you know. They don't realize, like, when we lose and people kind of watch our videos to see if we lose, it just helps us. Gotta be careful with LK here. I mean, I don't mind a rip. It's been super volatile. Let me see what my entry is. My entry looks like it's about 85.90. So we get back over 28, I'm happy. But yeah, like I said, we're just a resource and community here for traders. Like, that's really all we are. Like, we're not experts. We're not gurus. We're not trying to sell DVDs, you know. Hey, maybe you're right. I'm just looking at it. Now that it broke under the VWAP, it's looking a little bit more risky, you know. But hey, we'll give it a chance. It bounced right at that $0.50, and so we'll see. I mean, like I said, I'm not scaling into this one that much. I'm just using small size. I'll probably use the $0.50 as my risk now. There's the break. I got out. Yeah, that $0.50 break. Gotta bail out of it. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm just looking for stuff to trade. I don't see much right now. The SPY is kind of sideways. I kind of want to keep the streak going, but I don't want to take any unnecessary risks. Like I said, every day in the last week has been a green day, and I've made over $100 since, I think, last Tuesday. Like, watch, I could show you guys if you guys really want to see it. Check this out. Yeah, I mean, I'm out. Like I said, I stuck to my risk level with it. Maybe I got out early, and I don't mind taking it again if it bounces way above the VWAP. But yeah, check it out. So, like, look, here's TraderView. Let me log in. We'll take this last week's trades and delete them. When did last week start? Last week started on the 11th. So we'll just delete all of last week's trades. There we go. And we'll delete them. Yes. Alright, so I just deleted all of last week's trades, right? And then we're going to take this, and we're going to go to trade, historical data, trades, and we're going to look at this past week. We're going to name it this past, oh wait, we already have that, this week. We're going to name it this week because I'm running out of usernames. Alright, remember I named it that. Now we're going to go to this. I'll make this a little bit bigger so you guys can see it. We're going to go to import. First, let's check out this past week. Let's select that. Filter. Right now, you see nothing. We have nothing there for this past week because we haven't imported it yet. We just deleted it, and now we got to import it. So we go to quick access. We name this week. Upload. Refresh. 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 Boom. And the last week, I have made $1,042, and I just uploaded that live, so you cannot say I'm making up gains after the stream or whatever people want to say. Again, profit is $1,042 in the last week. We go to reports view. This is my graph last week. Beautiful week. Super proud of last week, honestly. It was a great week. Every day I made over $100. Every single day. Details, my statistics from last week. I'm running at 77%, 78% really, if you round up last week. Great stats. My average daily gain or loss is $208. And so just a great week last week. I'm super happy with it. My profit factor is 4.76 to 1. And of course, this is very short-term statistics. But I'm super proud of my trading last week. It was a great week, honestly. And so, yeah. We'll see how this week is. I don't want to have any unrealistic pressure. You guys saw me upload that live. But yeah, I don't want to have any unrealistic pressure. But, not a bad week. I'll take it. And like I said, I uploaded that live, so I don't think I could fake that if I wanted to. I'm still kind of looking at LK. If LK gets above the VWAP right around this whole dollar, I'll take it again. I'll say that. I appreciate it, Jacob. Yeah, man, it's solid. It's solid. Great. It's been a great few months trading. My trading is like, this system works. And like, that's the beautiful thing about it. It's all about stock selection, though. Like, some stock selection is going to be better than others. If I get back in LK, I'm going to take smaller size here. Yeah, so there it is. Maybe I got risked out of it. But if I jump out of if I get back in LK, I'm going to take small size. I just got to watch it. I don't want to get faked out immediately in this one and have it just run down. So I'm going to wait for it to pull back and hopefully build up some support there. I want to see at least a new candle open up above the VWAP before I decide to get in there. Hey, appreciate the sub. Chase, appreciate it, bro. Or Chaz, appreciate the sub. Appreciate the sub. Jericho, welcome to the team. Appreciate the love, guys. Like I said, hit that subscribe button, click the bell. We go live every weekday morning. We're not experts or gurus here, so hit that subscribe button, click the bell if you appreciate the content that we have here. And yeah, like I said, I think that's my best week ever in trading. I don't think I've ever made $1,000 in over a week, and so that's literally my best week ever trading. And I'll take it. Great week. All right, I'm going to start to scale into LK again here. I think maybe I just got faked out. Going to jump in with another 50 shares if it pulls back to the VWAP here. I appreciate it. Matt, what's up, bro? Appreciate that. Appreciate the sub. And so, like I said, if I lose $100 today, that's okay. Hey, Paul, well, you're going against me, bro. Good luck, man. Maybe you'll win and I'll lose. Who knows? Yeah, I mean, Joe, honestly, I don't make enough to really report it to the IRS regardless, bro. You know, I don't make enough. Up until the last few months, I was making like $100 a month, you know? So, maybe now I'll have to start, but I haven't withdrawn any money. So for now, it's just, you know, a CFD account. I haven't even withdrawn any, so we'll see what happens. All right, so there's the rip up. Hopefully this whole dollar holds. I'm going to jump back in here with another 50 on this pullback, which was the pullback I was essentially waiting for. We'll give it a chance, but I'm going to keep a tight risk. I'm going to look for just the squeeze up. We'll see if it's a bad move or not. Like I said, either way, you guys saw me upload my stats live. Every trade or every day last week I made over $100. And so if I lose $100, I think I'll be all right. I mean, I appreciate any advice I get, but again, I mean, like I said, guys, you guys saw my stats. Like last week, I'm up like $1,000. So losing days are going to happen. It doesn't mean I'm doing anything wrong if I'm losing today. It just means that, you know, losing days are going to happen. I trade a few select strategies, and sometimes those strategies work, and sometimes they don't, and sometimes they go against other people's strategies, like Paul. You know, apparently my strategy right now is going against Paul's. But again, you know, like I said, I think you got to look at the big picture here. And again, the big picture is that I've been very profitable using the same strategies I am now. And so I think that a lot of people I think a lot of times new traders especially will kind of look at you on any specific day, and if you're down, they'll just be like, oh, well, this guy's not a good trader, he's losing. When it's like, no, losing days happen for everybody. You know, so for some people they happen more often than others. But in the end, I'm not going to change my system up. I'm just going to stick with what I've been doing, because frankly, what I've been doing has been working incredibly lately. And so I'm just going to keep doing what I've been doing. And like I said, with YouTube, I think a lot of times people will try to tell you what you're doing right or what you're doing wrong or whatever. But in the end, like I said, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing because it's been working, to put it bluntly. Right. Yeah, I mean, Dan, and listen, Dan, everybody's different, man. That's the big thing. Everybody's different. Everybody trades differently. Some people use different time frames. Some people use different indicators. Some people use different support and resistance levels. Trading is a very subjective thing. And the way, I'm not even targeting you here specifically, Dan. I'm just saying the way you could tell if a trader is new or naive is if they think that everybody has to trade like them. And that's just not true at all. Some people can make strategies work that I lose money on. And some people will lose money on the strategies that I make money on. And so in the end, trading's a very subjective thing, you know. And it's not if you're not doing it my way, you're wrong type of thing. Because everybody, if you can make it work, you can make it work, and more power to you. I'm not going to judge you for it. You know what I mean? I guess that's the best way I can put it. Because again, like I'm trading the same strategies. This is a VWAP bounce here on LK, and maybe it'll work, maybe it won't, but I'll give myself a tight risk regardless, you know, and just kind of let it work. See if I can take profits when I can, and see if I could ride this one up some, up to maybe that $0.50. All right, well, there's a nice little move here. I'm going to start taking profits if we get any more of a move up. Trying to be patient with it here. All right, I'm going to take half off there. Just took half off of that move. I'm going to ride the rest up. See if we can get the $0.50 here or something, maybe close to that. Yeah, 100%. Everybody's different. For sure, man. I get it. No stress. But yeah, this is what I call a VWAP bounce, guys. 28. So I'm trying to see that bid price needs to move up for me to make a little bit more from it. I don't want to be greedy because we got this resistance level here. We do have that resistance level. There's a nice move up. Maybe I'll take... I was trying to take another half off there, but too late, I think. Like I said, look at that resistance level I just drew, getting rejected. Maybe I should have put more weight on it. It is what it is. I still like this one on the long side, though, so I think I'll just let it sit. You long or short Yosemite? Like I said, LK breaks this level here at 28.50, then it could really rip up. And so that's what I'm holding this for. And, you know, I'll probably just let it work now. So how much do you make per trade, roughly? In the last week, let me look at it. Last week, average daily gain loss is 208. Average, let me see. Average trade gain or loss is around $40. Yeah, 100%. I'm using way smaller orders. There's 32s. All right, so we're getting some nice movement here in LK. I'm going to give it that chance to break this. Maybe I'm being greedy, but I'm giving it that chance to break it. I think I can hold the rest break even if it does kind of go against me here. I'll just get out half here. So I got out another half. I'm just banking some profits, and I'm going to hold the last little bit. And like I said, guys, go check out my friend Ashley's channel. She's really cool. Go subscribe to her if you can. She's really cool, and she, you know, it's a Christian channel, but like I said, I'll consider it a personal favor if you go subscribe to my friend Ashley's channel. Like I said, you guys know me. I'm pretty impartial with regard to religion. But she's a really cool person, and so if you want to help support a good person, there's the link. If you're not into that type of stuff, you know, like I said, just don't click it, but if you want to help support us, and you know, there's the link. Go support a friend. How am I not restricted by the PDT rule? Because I am trading what's similar to a prop firm, I guess. And so basically with Tefs and TradeNet, it's like you pay for a package, they partner with you. As long as you're approved, they partner with you, and you get 14K in buying power, no PDT rule, day trading, and shorting ability. There's a 70-30 profit split, though, and there's a max loss. But yeah, it's similar to a prop firm. It's one of the cheapest ways new traders can get started, though. And so if you want to check that out, I'll post that link here as well. Great way to help support us. But of course, I'm biased in that regard because I post referral links, obviously. But yeah, you want to help support us, here's that link. Here's a pullback right at that level I was talking about. So yeah, we'll see what we get here. I could just exit and be done and take my next trade soon. We'll give it a chance, but that's what it's looking like. I mean, I don't know, man. We're not going to hate on her channel, though. You know, we're going to be nice, Joe. Like I said, I'm impartial to that type of stuff. I'm just trying to help a friend. I told her I'd help her get to 100 subscribers because she's a good person. You know, I used to work with her. Yeah, they're outside the States. Yeah, probably a good move, Manic. I'm gonna start looking for some other stuff to get into. I mean, I still don't hate LK, to be honest here, and I still think LK has some potential in the upside. But until we really get a pullback down here, I'm not gonna add to it, and I'm just holding 25 shares now. So maybe, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to force anything. SPY high of the day. Yeah, SPY's testing the highs, so it could get interesting here too. Yeah, well, with a margin account, basically the PDT rule states that you can't actively day trade more than 3 times per week with a margin account. You know, if you have a cash account, you can, but you still have to follow the T2 rule, which means you have to wait 2 days after each transaction for those funds to settle back into your account. And so if you spend $1,000 on a trade, you have to wait 2 days to get that $1,000 back per the T2 rule, even if you have a cash account. And so for most people with small day trading accounts, like $2,000, you're still not going to be able to actively day trade, really. Because you're going to have to wait for your funds to settle after each trade, and $2,000 just is not enough to compensate for that, if that makes sense. because Sprint is, I mean, it's all relative to the float Ultra. So it's all relative to like the float, how many shares are outstanding to the public. So like, for instance, Verizon might have less shares, right? Might have might have a smaller float, and so it can be more expensive and make the same per share, or make the same as a stock that is like Sprint, that's $5, because Sprint obviously has a very large float, which means there's a lot of shares outstanding to the public, if that makes sense. And so it's all about the float, which means how many shares are out there. Sprint might be around $6, but looking at the chart, it has a huge float. And so it might have, half a million or half a billion float, just a big float. And so you got to think of it in regards to like float in that perspective. Kind of looking at Tesla if it moves back up here, but again, the market's kind of ripping up, and I want to be very weary of shorting a stock, especially a big cap stock like Tesla when the market's breaking highs here. I might start adding back to LK2. I'll add another 25 shares here to LK and see if we can buy the bottom here. All right, I'm in with 100 shares now of LK. Okay, so we'll see if we can buy the bottom. Got to be careful if it rips below the VWAP though, so I got my hand over the cover button just in case it does just rip down here. Alright, so here's where I got to start being careful. Because if it rips down big. Alright, there's a bounce. Good. So we do have two confirmations prior to this. Like if I draw this out here, you see the confirmations there. So we could either get a big break. I think I'll make that my risk with this trade. Getting close. Give it a chance to bounce there, and then I'm just going to bail out. It's getting really close to my risk here for LK. Maybe I got greedy with it adding back at the bottom. I don't mind that pullback, but usually we need a quick bounce up to follow it back. And so we'll see. Very close to exiting, though, if it breaks under this level. I just got to jump out, I think. I like the 75 level, see if that level holds this resistance. We're going to give it a chance. But after that, I'll probably just jump out of the stream. Close it down if this one stops me out. If not, I'll hold it and see what happens. Nice, Russell. There's 82s with LK. We're going to give it a little bit of time to move up there. AMRN. What's AMRN doing? I was watching it. Man, that one got hammered. Look at AMRN here. That one got hammered today. Oof. Alright, so now we have triple bottom here. So we got to watch this very, very closely. I'll let it work, but... Oh man, I look the other way. There it is. It's down to the bottom of the range. Like I said, I'm giving it a second here. But my hand's over the cover button. Maybe I got greedy. I'm out. Maybe it's going to bounce at the $0.50 too. But I'll probably close it down. Maybe I'll jump into a few more trades. We'll see. I tried to take a few system trades off stream, but honestly, it's still a very small day. Yesterday I made over, or every day last week I made over $100, and so if I have my first losing day, I think the last losing day I had was Tuesday, not last week, but the week before. And so if I have my first losing day, that's okay too. Appreciate the subs, guys. Welcome to the team. Let me see who's subscribed. Appreciate the sub, Nick, Roy, Matt. What's up, guys? Like I said, hit that subscribe button. We do this live for free every day. We're not experts or gurus here. We just day trade the market live and let you guys watch us trade. And so if you appreciate what we do here, if you appreciate our content, hit the like button, click the bell, turn on notifications. We go live every weekday morning. Also, like I said, if you guys want to use the same platform as us where you can day trade, no PDT rule, you can short stocks. With no PDT rule, you get a ton of buying power, you get a trading course, access to their chat room, and a demo account for less than $400. I'll post this link here. Like I said, I think it just makes sense from a risk-reward perspective. You basically partner with them, very similar to a prop firm, and so there's a 70-30 profit split. There's a $700 max loss, but you're paying $399 for it, and I think that makes sense. You get a lot of buying power. You can actually short stocks, and you're risking less capital than you would if you deposited thousands into a conventional broker to trade with, and you're actually able to short. And so I think in that regard, it just makes sense from a risk-reward perspective. There's the link if you want to check that out. There's the link in the chat right there. Appreciate the support. Appreciate the sub. Ultra. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it, man. Like I said, we'll be back tomorrow, but I'll probably trade a little bit more today. I'm just going to do that and, take my time to do that. If you want to join our Discord, I usually post my entire trade log, everything like that. Like I said, like you guys saw earlier, I uploaded my trades to TraderView Live, and so I can't fake that. But I also post my entire trade log, my tickets, everything like that into our Discord if I do trade after the stream. And so here's the link, and I'll post this, and you can join our Discord and kind of follow along with how we do here. There's the link if you want to check that out. Like I said, go check out Trade Ideas, best scanners in the game, and they actually have their winter test drive going on right now, where you can try Trade Ideas out, their premium subscription for a week for $9, $8.99. Ridiculously cheap, and if you've ever thought about using Trade Ideas, in my opinion, they're the best scanners in the game, and you can try them out for their test drive for a week for $8.99. Their premium subscription. To put that into perspective, I just have the standard subscription, and mine is $118 a month. And so the fact that you could try them out for a week is way cheaper than they usually allow you to. And again, for $8.99, for less than $10, you could try them out for a week. And so there's the link if you want to check that out. Like I said, guys, go check out my girl Ashley's channel. She's really cool. It's a Christian channel, like I said, and I try to stay impartial with that type of stuff. But I told her I would help her grow, and I would help her channel grow. And so if you want to do me a favor, if you're into that type of stuff, go check it out. And I'll post this link here. Subscribe to it, click the like button, and leave her a comment. Tell her you like her videos. And but yeah, guys, that's it for today. Have a good day, team. We'll see you all a little bit later. And yeah, remember to hit that subscribe button. Everybody hit the like button really quick right now. We got 40 likes. I want to see 50 at least today. So smash that like button if you can. Appreciate the love, guys. Appreciate the donations today. I think we got at least one donation. So I appreciate that. And yeah, guys. There's something called super stickers now, I guess, that I didn't realize. So yeah, guys, later, hit the subscribe button, click the like button if you want to help support us. And I'll see you all a little bit later, team. Have a good day.